just shy of 2.8 million. According to St. Louis University demographer Ness Sandoval, we have more people dying than being born. St. Louis is attracting more singles than families with children. The next two cities poised to surpass St. Louis are San Antonio and Austin. The Dow from Stifel this hour down 30 points at 39,012. The S&P 500 down 7 points at 5,157. Checking the roads, we do have emergency vehicles reported on eastbound 270 near Lindbergh. The two right lanes are blocked there. The forecast sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning. For the rest of the day into early evening, warm clouds, some sunny breaks. Another thunderstorm or two could be possible. Some of those severe, a high near 78 degrees. Cloudy and chilly later tonight with a shower possible. An overnight low of 48. And then tomorrow, more clouds than sun, a high of 60. Right now, partly sunny skies, 58 degrees downtown at the Arch. I'm Megan Lynch, KMOX News.
How's a 10-year light bulb fizzle in 5?
Double time at home?
That could fizzle more than light bulbs.
Tell 'em, detective.
If it's been a beat since a furnace or AC check, might behoove you to schedule a check-em-up.
In case what behooves you actually moves you.
JerryKelly.com.
The Chris and Amy Show, sponsored by Summer at SLU. Find your kids' best summer yet at St. Louis University.
It's the Chris and Amy Show. Check it out.
St. Louis, Mound City, we are going to have a great day today.
Now, Amy Marks scores Chris Ranji on KMOX.
Let's take it from the top.
Amy is, what do you call this? What?
I'm pumped.
Because it's 314 day.
Let's do it.
All right.
And.
All right, well, hold on. We get no.
Chris
No.
Ranji.
Who cares?
It's his birthday.
Yeah, nobody cares.
We
It's
all
Amy-
care. We care so much.
It's Amy Marks Kors and Chris Ranji. It is Thursday. We're going to have a good day with you. We know it. Amy is juiced. 314-436-7900. That number, you know what you could do with it? Put it in your phone.
That's
And
not
then
what I thought
you know
you
what
were
you can
gonna
do with your
it.
phone? You can use it to call us anytime you want or text.
Yep.
And if you want to just drop a voicemail, we love those too. 314-944-1120. That line is always open. So if you're having a whiskey at home and you decide, I want to leave those fools a message, go right ahead and do it because you might get to hear yourself on the air.
How many of you are drinking whiskey right now?
Maybe you have the day off today.
Maybe.
As lots of people do on their birthday, except for me. So that's the number, 314-944-1120. We're on social media at Chris Amy KMOX. Of course, we're on 1120 AM, 98.7 FM, and you can hear us on the free Odyssey app.
Time now for the top of the order. The top three stories everybody will be talking about.
It is 314 day today, baby. So all we are going to do for the rest of the morning and into the afternoon is we are going to celebrate St. Louis.
Nothing but positivity.
Nothing but positivity today.
And that's why I think we're good with the storms. I don't think anything bad happened. I hope.
Well, we'll check in if something
They're
does.
Probably almost done. That's a good thing. I don't think there was a tornado. That's positive.
Also in sports, St. Louis University has fired their head basketball coach, Travis Ford, this after 8 seasons with the university.
And the texts are already flying in. Guess who texted already?
Your mom.
Our dear friend, the alderwoman of the 10th Ward, Shamim Clark.
Oh, what
Hubbard.
a nice lady.
She says, happy birthday,
What a
Chris.
nice lady.
All caps, and happy 314 day. Shamim Clark Hubbard, alderwoman of the 10th Ward, is someone who definitely loves our city.
I promised I would be positive. Can I tell you how much I hate that song? I hate it so much.
You've said that
And it's
on the days leading up to his birthday. Is he hates that song.
I hate it, and I love it's the Beatles.
Mhm.
I love them. Love the Beatles. I hate
Mhm.
that song. I think I'm just tired of hearing it. Anyway, positivity starts right now.
Okay,
It's a
well,
positive
listen,
day.
You can't. You just said you hated something. It took you 2
No,
seconds.
we're back. It's over. I voiced my thing. That's it. We're done. It's positivity day because it's 314 day. And I think this is important for us, Amy, to spend a day
Yes,
being
praising.
positive about the city of St. Louis and the region because we do, when faced with reality, There's not always a lot of great stuff that's
we're
happening.
going to live in a day of illusion. And
No.
delusion. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's not delusion. It's not delusion because there is a lot to celebrate here. I don't think we give ourselves enough credit for the things we do well. I think I do think that there are people who might be delusional, like you're saying, about the direction we're going. And I think there is some positivity there and we should celebrate it. And the more positive we are, maybe that will rub off. Maybe that will rub off on others,
I am going to say this, especially as we solicit texts and phone calls, 314-436-7900 or voicemails at 314-944-1120.
Right.
What makes St. Louis so great, and you can say, oh yeah, there are a lot of things, and there are, but we know who we are. We know we're not Miami. We're not Los Angeles. We're not New York. We're not the big, sexy city that you see all the time in the stories and the movies and the headlines. But what makes St. Louis so great, first and foremost, I think, are the people. We have great, great people, great community, generous communities that come together for one another. And so I do think we have great people, which is why even when friends move to maybe bigger, sexier cities, they miss the community that is here. It's a pretty strong one.
It is. And there are other communities like that in the country, but this one probably should be celebrated for it a little bit more than it is. And that's the thing. When I came back to St. Louis after living away for a while, that was a thing that a lot of people talked about. That they said, whatever the downside is to living here, one of the great upsides is the people are generally pretty good. Now you're going to find buttholes everywhere, right? It doesn't matter where you go. There are some lousy people, and in cities that you think are bad, there are some good people. But in this area, you will find a lot of people who are generally helpful, generally nice, whether they mean it or they're just being nice to your face, whatever it is.
We're nice, they're both genuine and fake.
Yeah, that's all there.
Yeah.
Right? You rarely run across rude people.
That
does
true.
happen, but it's not a lot.
And you do take it for granted because we run across like the rude driver. Like the first time I ever made eye contact with the driver and we were both gesturing, not the one finger salute, but just almost more like the, hey, what's going on? Throwing my hands in the air. And I realized I'm 40 years old. That's the first time I've ever had that happen. Whereas in Boston, I think it's 4 or 5 times an hour. And I love Boston. It's, it's a great city, but we're different. The first time I ever went to New York, I was 100% Buddy the Elf. I was looking at people. Hello. Hi.
Just in wonder all the time. Like, wow,
just making eye
happening?
contact with people on the street and saying hi, like Buddy the Elf. And they're, the New England mentality does not do that.
No, and it's not. And I don't think people in New England are bad people.
I love New Englanders.
They're great. It's just they don't have time for the niceties.
But we do because
it's not like
a lot of traffic.
There's not a lot of traffic.
That's right.
I think if you needed help, if you're in New York, people think that if you're in New York and you get hit by a car, the people are just going to look at you and like, oh, that sucks, and keep walking. But they will help you. They don't want to be bothered with the little side quests if they don't have to be.
I feel like if you are in New York, you're walking around and you get hit by a car, New Yorkers will 100% help you.
Yeah.
But if you happen to be dead already and they didn't see how you got there, I think they'll step over you.
Well, it depends. It might happen here too, though.
That's true.
I think that's an everywhere thing. I don't think it's just the East Coast. I'm saying they're in a rush to get somewhere.
Yeah.
There is a lot of traffic. They don't have time for you to stop and look around and like, oh, what's that? You're in the way. Get out of the way. Come on. I'm trying to get to where I'm going. But if you need them, they will be there for you. In this area, people are always just generally nice, whether or not they mean it. So on 314 Day, you know what we're going to do?
What?
We have coming up, and we're going to announce the bracket next week. But you remember last year, we will have no noises today.
Yeah.
No
I think that
extraneous noises on this show.
It was a positive noise.
It was very positive. Last year, we had our Sandwich Madness which caused a great stir.
A huge
When
issue.
Pescetti's ended up winning the tournament. That it's how you voted.
Yeah.
You people voted. This is all on you. It's not on Amy and me. So we've decided what we're going to do this year, because it is 314 Day, is our tournament. We will announce the bracket on Tuesday. We're going to announce the bracket on Tuesday. Selection Sunday is over the weekend. So on Tuesday, we're going to announce the bracket. I'm going to be out on Monday. What we're going to do today is we are going to take submissions from you.
Mhm.
Since it is 314 Day, what we want you to tell us is our tournament is going to be St. Louis-y things.
Yep.
So it's a tournament of 314 is what we were doing, or as Amy likes to call it, the field of 6440.
That's right. It's
So-
the field of 6440. That's what we're calling it. And it's any and all things St. Louis, whether we are talking about the arch, the phrase, where did you go to high school,
Mhm.
or expired plates.
Expired plates, expired tags. Yeah, submit to us what you identify with St. Louis. If it's something like the Gateway Arch, which will probably, I'm certain, will be an automatic bid and end up as the number 1 seed in some region.
Mhm.
I'm sure that's going to happen. But it could be something like that, or it could be something like the word "ope."
You said "ope" right as I hit my head on the mic, too.
That's right.
It's
Oh,
very-
oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it could be whatever you think.
So we need your submissions all day long.
3-1 for this. We want you to call us or text us 314-436-7900. Leave us your submission,
Mhm.
what you think should
Mhm.
be in the field of 6440. Let us know. And at 12:30, we're going to go through some of them, and we're going to have sort of a pre-selection show.
Yep.
Where we tell you what we think is going to make the tournament, what items will be on the bubble, and what items will ultimately be left out of the bubble. So let us know what you think. You can also tweet at us at Chris Amy KMOX. You can leave your submissions there. Can't wait to hear from you. It is 314 Day on the Chris and Amy Show. We love you, St. Louis. It's KMOX.
We go where you go. 1120 AM, 98.7 FM, KMOX.com.
Hey, have you saved more than $300,000 in an IRA or 401k? You may not realize it now, but you've got a big problem on your hands. And that problem is taxes. Learn how you could dramatically reduce the taxes on these accounts in retirement in a one-night adult education class, Retirement Planning 101. It's held at colleges and universities throughout greater St. Louis and Southern Illinois. And it's hosted by financial and tax architects, your retirement professors. In just 3 hours, you'll benefit from decades of financial planning experience on taxes, healthcare, Social Security, investing for income, and more. If you've saved at least $300,000 for retirement, register now by calling 314-626-8817. You'll pay zero tuition for the class. So call 314-626-8817.
Advisory services offered through Financial and Tax Architects, an SEC registered investment advisory firm. Insurance products and services offered through Financial and Tax Architects.
Hi, this is Charlie Brennan. You know, when you go to the Audiology Center, you'll see a doctor of audiology. And with us right now, Dr. Colleen Bosler. Dr. Bosler, what are some of the signs of hearing loss?
Well, it's a number of things. Sometimes loved ones notice a person asking others to repeat themselves, or the television is too loud. What people tend to notice first with hearing loss is the loss of clarity. They can hear people talking, but they cannot always understand what's being said. That's because the hearing loss can cause you to miss certain consonant sounds, and those consonant sounds give us the detail to the word. A hearing aid can help bring back those details and give you a sense of clarity that you're missing.
Dr. Colleen Bosler at the Audiology Center with 3 locations in the greater St. Louis area. Call for an appointment, 636-441-7470. Online, theaudiologycenterstl.com.
Retiring soon? Get the information you need by joining Kyle Jones and Matt Allgeier of Fira Capital Management for your retirement highway, Sunday mornings at 9:30. Investment advisory services made available through Pine Ridge Advisors, LLC, registered investment advisors. Securities made available through AE Financial Services, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC.
Paid for by government.com.
Did you hear? A recent stash of $10 gold Liberty coins from the 1800s has been found.
These gorgeous gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck in the late 1800s, and less than 50 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this gold find an incredible opportunity. Call 1-800-473-3993. And you are guaranteed a $10 gold Liberty coin minted by the U.S. Mint in the 1800s. But with extremely limited availability, you must call now. These gold Liberty coins from the 1800s are still in uncirculated condition. That is history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-473-3993. Call now and you'll receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $40 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-473-3993 now to secure your $10 gold Liberty coins dated from the 1800s before they sell out. That's 1-800-473-3993.
Looks like it costs a fortune.
Actually, at Bob's, the Playscape 2-piece sectional is just $9.99.
Looks like it was crafted by a master carpenter.
Gorgeous, right? Bob's genuine marble elm dining set comes with 6 chairs or 4 chairs and a storage bench for just $9.99.
Looks like a unicorn cried happy tears all over it.
That's our bedazzled diva bedroom set. I can see why you think that. When the looks you love go for less, there's only one thing to say.
Oh, my Bob! Bob's Discount Furniture.
Genesis of St. Charles wants you in a new Genesis. Just for owning a Nissan, Hyundai, or a Highline vehicle, you could get up to $2,000 in incentives on a GV70 or a GV80. You don't even have to trade that vehicle in. If you're military or first responder, they can add on to that incentive. So check out Genesis of stcharles.com for a full listing of qualifying vehicles. Genesis of St. Charles, just days away from opening their brand new showroom. There are so many ways to get behind the vehicle of your dreams at genesisofstcharles.com.
If you want jazz music, go to New Orleans. Bagels has to be New York. Skiing, Colorado, every time. And for psychics, think California Psychics. When you want the best, some places are better than others. That's why at CaliforniaPsychics.com, home of free spirits, big dreams, and open minds, we know better than anyone what makes a good psychic. In fact, 98% of the psychics who apply to work with us don't make the grade. We connect you with the very best, so we can guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. Download the app or connect with us at CaliforniaPsychics.com. Right now, new customers receive 20 minutes for just $20. So whatever direction you want to take your life, you know where to start. Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
KMOX, your connection to St. Louis and the region. Because staying informed starts here.
What's love got to do? Got to do with it. What's love but a second-hand emotion?
It's 314 Day here in St. Louis and on the Chris and Amy Show. We hope you're having a fantastic day. It's all positivity today. No negativity on 314 Day until we talk to Major Garrett. And we're just going to take a short break. And we're going to go to Major Garrett at 10:30 and have our weekly visit with him. So I'm sure there's going to be some crap there because there always is.
We
You know,
can
it's
let him
world
know.
affairs.
We can give him a heads up.
We'll give him a heads up.
Like on the positive side, this isn't happening in St. Louis.
There you go.
Right.
These things that you're about to talk about are Washington, D.C.
Or Washington, D.C.
Yeah, okay, so we're not going to have to worry about that. But otherwise, it's
I
all...
just thought of a St. Louis thing. Washington.
Yes. We got a dummy in this room who says that. Washington.
That's right.
It's Dave. Dave says Washington.
There are and it's funny because I think we all go to the more you think about it, right? You hit the arch, the zoo, whatever. But as you kind of marinate in 314 Day, you start to think of real deep dive St. Louis-y things like Washington.
Yep. We need your submissions for the Field of 6440 because we will be holding our St. Louis tournament because it is March Madness time, and we are excited to do. Last year's Sandwich Madness went off swimmingly with no issues whatsoever. So we're sure this is going to go great.
It was definitely not rigged.
It was not
and the
rigged.
Dear lady who put that together definitely did not have to move out of the city.
Right.
And move to a different town and get a different job
She
after
was
the sandwich.
not the problem.
It was the sandwich scandal.
It was the sandwich scandal because the wonderful people at Paschetti's ended up winning. You voted St. Louis voted. So that's what was the best sandwich in St. Louis was Pischetti. So we're going to do it again this year. We're going to try to get a sort of a tournament and voting. That's how we're going to determine the most St. Louis-y thing. So right now, just for frame of reference, obviously the St. Louis Zoo, as you mentioned, will be on it. Anheuser-Busch is a thing. Jack Buck is probably going to be in the field. The 1904 World's Fair.
Oh, that's a great one.
Yeah, Wrestling at the Chase was a submission we just got. So these are all possibilities of ending up in the field of 6440.
I've got one, but I don't know how to shorten it. And that is Dogtown and how nobody knows why it's called Dogtown. Nope, you're wrong. They're all theories.
I feel like I've heard it before, but I have forgotten it. You want to take a call?
I would love to.
Let's talk to John in St. Charles. What's up, John?
Hey, I have something for you, but first, you did mention it's 314 Day, and it's about pie also, right? Pie?
Yeah, it's Pie Day. That's right.
Okay. If I eat one more moon pie, I'll weigh 314 pounds.
Okay, well.
That is awesome. Congratulations. Thank you.
Yeah.
Listen.
Besides that, a serious note.
Yeah.
I just thought of that. Anyway.
This guy, you should be on radio.
I don't want you to be 314 unless you're going to play for the Bears.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, I used to be Jonathan. They called Jim White for 30 years with all the comedy, the comedy skits. They're all on CDs, by the way, comedy skits. Anyway, with Jim White. Anyway, so back to the serious stuff. If we would only merge city and county, we got to do this because we're going to attract so many more people because the murder rate it'll drop down to like right in the middle. You know, that's all we got to do is draw that line around the county and the crime rate goes down. Now, New York City, by the way, I heard on Fox News, and they lie all the time. I heard that they were the most dangerous city or one of the most, and they're not. Out of American cities, there was a survey of 150. They were one of the safest. They were down the list. They were down the list at 130.
Well, John, the important number is the rate, which it's not the total number, because when you have a lot of people, of course, things are going to happen. And they have, I think the population is over 12 million. It's close to 15, I want to say. So, yeah, you're naturally going to have high total numbers of crime, but per person, the crime rate is nothing in New York, and it's not even bad in Chicago, even though they talk about Chicago like it is, 2003 Afghanistan.
I thought of another St. Louis-y thing.
Yeah.
Very, very St. Louis-y. It doubles down on St. Louis. Famous bar, onion soup.
How about just famous bar?
Well, because it can be just famous bar. Maybe we do famous bar /
I don't even know what onion soup you're talking about.
French onion soup. Dave knows. The French onion soup at Famous Bar is famous, and Mr. Bar died with the recipe or something, and everybody's been trying to recreate it.
And did they serve it in the cafeteria or something there?
They have, they're a little restaurant.
Yeah.
Do we have time to visit with Tom and Ledoux? Tom, quickly, you're on KMOX. What's up, Tom?
Me?
Oh, this was... Yeah, hi, Tom.
Hey. When I was stationed overseas in Thailand, back in the early 70s, anytime we ran into somebody else from St. Louis, we started talking about the food, the toasted ravioli, the pork steaks, whatever, and it was all about the food.
Well, yeah, we've got great food here. And so I'm sure there are going to be some submissions on this list.
Yeah, and speaking of food, and tomorrow I put Catholic fish fries because when we were talking to George Mahey, the food writer at STL Magazine, he said it is not normal for a city to have this many fish fries. The array, the assortment, the extravagance of the fish fries is unique to St. Louis.
So if you have submissions, text them to us, 314-436-7900. What do you want to see in the field of 6440 when the tournament bracket is announced next week? It's the Chris and Amy Show. Major Garrett is next on KMOX.
KMOX, celebrating 314 Day with the sounds of St. Louis.
It would stand higher than any monument in the land and weigh more than an aircraft carrier. It had been designed to fit
and carefully engineered that way.
People started to look at the arch as being, the symbol of St. Louis. It was, modern thinking.
Happy 314 Day, St. Louis.
This is KMOX, the voice of St. Louis. It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
Hey, have you saved more than $300,000 in an IRA or 401k? You may not realize it now, but you've got a big problem on your hands. And that problem is taxes. Learn how you could dramatically reduce the taxes on these accounts in retirement in a one-night adult education class, Retirement Planning 101. It's held at colleges and universities throughout greater St. Louis and southern Illinois. And it's hosted by financial and tax architects, your retirement professors. In just 3 hours, you'll benefit from decades of financial planning experience on taxes, healthcare, Social Security, investing for income, and more. If you've saved at least $300,000 for retirement, register now by calling 314-626-8817. You'll pay zero tuition for the class. So call 314-626-8817.
Advisory services offered through Financial and Tax Architects, an SEC registered investment advisory firm. Insurance products and services offered through Financial and Tax Architects.
I'm Dave Glover, and I see clearly now thanks to the doctors, Dr. Greg Birdie, Ranjan Malhotra, Robert Brusati, Andy Royer, and Samuel Barry. You can too. Just go to youridoc.com.
It's time to roll. After 5 straight sellout crowds to end last season, Mizzou football is ready to rock again in 2024. Don't miss epic matchups as Auburn, Oklahoma, and Arkansas return to Faurot Field. Lock in your tickets now and join the electric atmosphere with 62,000 of your closest Tiger friends. Call 1-800-CAT-PAWS or visit mutigers.com/tickets to secure yours today. Welcome to the jungle, MIZ.
At 10:30, clouds and 67 degrees downtown at the Arch. President Biden is opposing the planned sale of U.S. Steel to Nippon Steel of Japan. Mr. Biden says in a statement obtained by the Associated Press, the U.S. needs, quote, strong American steel companies powered by American steel workers. U.S. Steel owns Granite City Works. There's finally some good news about a massive cyber attack that has crippled much of the nation's healthcare payment systems.
United Health Group says its Change Healthcare's pharmacy network is finally back online weeks after a cyber attack that impacted healthcare nationwide. Change Healthcare processes half of all medical claims in the U.S., including those of 900,000 doctors, 33,000 pharmacies, 5,500 hospitals, and 600 laboratories. Some pharmacies are still offline.
CBS News correspondent Jim Krasula, United Health Group, says it has identified the source of its system hacking and set up a way to restore the affected systems. A possible fire risk leading to a recall at Hyundai's luxury Genesis brand. Reporter Jeff Gilbert.
The issue is with a possible oil leak in certain Genesis G70s, G80s, and G90s. This impacts a variety of model years from 2017 to 2019, about 20,000 vehicles in all. All have turbocharged V6 engines.
There was a crash on 55 North at Virginia that has been cleared. There's some debris on 255 West to 55 North. That's in the left lane. A disabled vehicle 270 East at Lindbergh. The right lane is closed, and road work on 6440 going west at Route N. The right lane there is closed. High today is 74 to 78 degrees. We've got another thunderstorm or two, which could be severe with downpours, damaging wind gusts and hail this afternoon. Overnight tonight, shower around, low 48. For tomorrow, more clouds than sun and a high temperature of 60. Sponsored by GL International Realty. Sell your home with trust, confidence, and written guarantees. Gloria Liu with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty is St. Louis's real estate expert. Visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. 67 downtown. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Spring training is here, and it's almost time to embrace the essence of summer and let the soothing tones of Cardinals baseball transport you to warm, sun-soaked days. With the free Odyssey app, relive the joy of tuning in with your transistor radio, now seamlessly connecting you to every St. Louis Cardinals game on KMOX. Wherever your summer takes you, make sure to download the Odyssey app today and savor the sounds of Cardinals baseball. That's AUDACY, redefining your summer soundtrack. Live games available for fans and market only.
Hi, this is Ken Newbold at Newbold Toyota and Newbold BMW. I am so confident that my team will take care of every one of your service and sales needs. I'll give you my cell phone, 618-791-5470. Newbold Toyota or newboldtoyota.com. You'll be sold on Newbold.
Broadcasting from the Underlaw Injury Lawyers, GetJim.com studios.
KMOX.
Illinois is mailing annual Medicaid renewals, which means that you need to make sure you stay covered.
Medicaid keeps me covered.
It keeps me covered too.
Staying covered with Medicaid means keeping yourself safe.
Keeping your loved ones and your family safe.
Everyone's due date is different.
So go to abe.illinois.gov to check your renewal date and update your address.
And stay covered.
One of the best ways to find out about 3-Day Kitchen and Bath is actually to hear the results for yourself. On the phone with us is Wendy in Darwin. Wendy, you got a brand new bathroom.
I do, and it's beautiful.
Are you loving it?
I am absolutely loving it.
Okay, tell me about your bathroom.
It went from a dark room that felt like an absolute cave when I walked into it to a bright, airy, opened the space up. I mean, I don't know what else. It's just absolutely wonderful.
She's almost speechless. So, Darwin, tell me about all the man stuff. How did it work? The quality, the convenience, how did they do?
Excellent. We contacted 3-Day Bath, and they got back to us the next day. The communication was excellent. They were on time in all their promises, and it's beautiful. It's a great bathroom.
Would you do it again?
Oh, absolutely.
For more about your new kitchen or bath, visit 3daykitchen.com.
3-Day Kitchen and Bath.
Dive into all things Cardinals on Cardinals Conversations, your go-to location for exclusive content from KMOX. Catch it on the Odyssey app or your favorite podcast platform. Stay connected with your team. Cardinals Conversations, where the Redbird talk never stops.
Chris and Amy show on KMOX on 314 Day. We're celebrating St. Louis and our Field of 6440. A lot of submissions are coming in. We've had a couple such as Becky, Queen of Carpet, is on the bubble, may or may not be in the tournament.
How is she? How?
She
can't be on the bubble.
Okay, well,
she has a magic
that's the
carpet.
conversation we're going to have at 12:30
I have
today.
no interest in this debate.
Also, the Zippo Awards.
Oh my gosh, I lived for the Zippo Awards.
Zippo Awards were something. All right, it is time to go to the Quiver River Electric guest line. Our guest, it is 10:30, so that means Major Garrett is with us, Chief Washington Correspondent for CBS News. His book is The Big Truth, Upholding Democracy in the Age of the Big Lie. And he's got two podcasts, The Takeout and Agent of Betrayal. Good morning, Major Garrett.
Good morning, Chris and Amy. Boy, I must really need to update my Chris and Amy decoder ring. I don't know what the hell you were just talking about.
What, the 314 day?
Yes.
Well, it's 314 is our area code. It's
Yeah,
March
I get that.
14th.
Okay.
So we're celebrating St. Louis, 314 day.
I see. Okay.
And we're having a tournament.
And what's the tournament?
The most St. Louis-y things.
Yeah, what you identify with
see.
St. Louis.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
And
Okay.
then
So what do
also-
you think
wait,
of when you think of St. Louis?
Well, okay. I think of the Arch.
Yep.
I think of the Cardinals.
Yep.
I think of the Blues.
Okay. Those are all going to be in the tournament, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Of course. And one of my favorite memories of St. Louis is when I arrived to attend my freshman year at the University of Missouri in the summer of 1980. Among the first things my mother and I did, because my mother drove me, she was not a fan of me going to the middle of the country, 1,600 miles away from San Diego. She wanted me to go to college nearby. I defied my mother, went to the University of Missouri, and she said, well, if you're going to go, we're going to drive so you understand just how far away from me you actually are. We got to Columbia. I got settled, and I said, well, let's go to St. Louis, Mom. I've always wanted to see the Arch. And it was an amazing sight, far exceeded my expectations, and made me a huge and ever-loving fan of St. Louis from that point forward.
And then you came here last April and you met us, and then it really took off.
Yeah, that was okay.
Yeah, okay. All right. We're just like, that's all we're looking for is okay.
Major, it is Chris Ranji's birthday today too.
See, that doesn't
Really?
it doesn't matter.
Wow.
Yeah.
That almost is enough to break the whole circuit, isn't
I know.
it? You know?
I know.
The tournament, 314 day, your birthday, can you handle it all in one 24-hour period, Chris? Are you stressing out at all?
I am very quite tired.
Okay.
We're doing okay.
We're doing okay.
All right. So Amy's got to talk about serious business now with you.
Okay. All right.
And go ahead, Amy.
I know. I apologize.
She always
Major.
likes to bring it down. We promised it would be positive today, but she can't help it.
Actually,
Here we go.
Major, today is all positive, and Ranji talks about how today would be all positive, and he said, except for when we talk to Major Garrett, there's going to be a lot of crap. That's what Ranji said.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's not me. It's not your fault. You're just reporting what's
Yeah.
happening.
Well,
Let's break out the squeegee. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's clean the floors. Let's go.
Well, the TikTok bill potential ban that passed the House resoundingly.
Yep.
What do you make of that bill, and what do you think its chances are in the Senate?
So no one is being very clear about its chances in the Senate. Everyone's kind of like, oh, wow, that happened really quick. We're not really prepared for that. And so the Senate Majority Leader, Chuck Schumer, has not made any commitments about bringing it to the floor on any notable schedule. The president's made clear if it gets to his desk, and that's a very big if, he will sign it. There are all sorts of constitutional issues raised by it, the free speech implications. ACLU and other free speech First Amendment groups have said this legislation, as written, blatantly unconstitutional, would not pass constitutional muster. A similar attempt in Montana has already been nullified on First Amendment grounds. So it has problems there. I don't think the Senate knows what to do with it. It's a kind of a hot potato. I think what was most interesting in the House last week on State of the Union Day, that morning, before the Energy and Commerce Committee, 50-0, it passed through that committee. That almost never happens. It's a controversial committee, lots of heavyweight disagreements between Democrats and Republicans historically on that committee. Rarely do you find unanimity happen that day. Then they put it on a fast track to the House. TikTok couldn't even catch up. TikTok very late in the process tried to rally its users to either phone or message Congress to try to stop that. Obviously, that didn't work. I think the larger question that this legislation is trying to force into the markets is, will somebody try to buy TikTok from its Chinese parent company, ByteDance? And Steve Mnuchin, former Treasury Secretary in the Trump administration, was on CNBC this morning. I don't think it was an accident. He was on CNBC this morning to talk about this, to say he is trying to put together an investment group to buy TikTok. But there's even problems there because the app and the algorithm, the app's in America, but the algorithm that makes it so addictive and so enjoyable for people is created and comes from ByteDance and comes from China. So if you're going to divest ByteDance from TikTok and keep the app up and running, that is a massively complicated, both financial and technical problem. No clue how that would be resolved. This legislation, again, if Biden signs it, says 6 months. ByteDance has to divest TikTok. And I'm no expert in this field, but lots of people looked at it and said there's simply not enough time to put together the money, to do the transaction, and the technology to make it a seamless transition. So lots to think about, lots to ponder, both politically and technologically. But for the moment, lots of people who love TikTok, and I have family members who are borderline addicted to it, they can continue to have all their fun.
How much chaos has been introduced by Ken Buck deciding to leave Congress?
I wouldn't say a lot, but it does create waves in the sense that so for those who are just catching up on this, Ken Buck, member of Congress from Colorado, Republican, had announced he wasn't seeking re-election, but this week said, no, I'm leaving next week, shrinking the already razor-thin majority the House Republicans have from 3 to 2, which essentially means there's no majority, no effective majority. And it jostles the special election or primary process in his district where Congresswoman Boebert wanted to shift to. So there's some roiling in Colorado Republican politics. It's another headache for the House Republican leadership. And here's the very plain truth about the House Republican majority. It doesn't functionally exist, even before Ken Buck made this announcement. Why do I say that? Because the Republican leadership in the House cannot bring anything to the floor that doesn't have bipartisan support. and pass on something they call the suspension calendar, which is a supermajority to pass it. It can't pass anything on a hard and fast Republican versus Democrat majority because it can't always be sure it's going to have the Republicans all in line to vote to pass it. So, yes, there's a House Republican majority, but it is effectively a bipartisan House, which means it's nominally run by the Democrats.
Speaking of the House and pressure that could be mounting on Speaker Mike Johnson, where are we with the pressure to increase and maintain aid to Ukraine?
The Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell was on the Senate floor this morning, and he gave yet another impassioned speech on this topic, again quoting Vladimir Putin, saying Putin said this week, "I'm not going to the negotiating table. Ukraine's running out of money, and running out of money means it's running out of ammunition. Why would I negotiate now?" And McConnell said what he said before. Putin has no intention to do anything other than conquer all of Ukraine, and to quote the Minority Leader, Mitch McConnell, he will not stop there. And he urged House Republican leaders to vote on the aid package approved by the Senate and get it to the president. It is becoming increasingly clear that there are parliamentary maneuvers, and I won't get into all the details, that restive and borderline rebellious House and Republican Democrats can use to get this to the floor if the Republican leadership doesn't yield and let it come to the floor. That pressure is building. It hasn't built to a maximum point yet, but I would say keep your eyes on this in the next 2 or 3 weeks. It would not surprise me to see this on the floor and pass and make its way to the president.
Would you like to tell us who's on the Takeout podcast this week?
Acting Labor Secretary Julie Su. We talk about inflation. We talk about jobs. We talk about the overall state of the economy. Noteworthy this week, the Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said something that's obvious, but she didn't want to admit in public, that she regrets having said in 2021 that inflation was transitory. We talk about that and other issues with the acting Labor Secretary, who's still not a full-blown confirmed cabinet secretary because all Republicans are against her, and so is Joe Manchin, and that's enough to block her.
Sounds good, Major Garrett. Glad we could tell you about 314 Day and you could participate.
Happy birthday, Chris.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much. Tell your friends.
I mean, it must feel great to turn 29. I'm so
dude,
happy for you.
It feels so great. It feels so
Well,
great.
he
Thank you
looks
so much.
Terrible.
Tell Bobert I said hi, would you? She's
I'll
single,
pass
right?
along your very
Thank
best
you.
and most sincere good wishes.
Thank you, Major Garrett.
Thanks, Major.
Bye-bye.
That's Major Garrett. We're going to talk to him next week.
Tell Bobert hi.
Hey, she's not seeing anybody, is she?
Watch out. She's a little handsy.
Oh, she's going to find out that I'm not. Oh, my God.
Oh my
She's not
gosh.
going to be happy. No, she won't. She won't dump me because I'm not a Republican.
Yeah.
She will dump me when people find out I'm not a Republican, and then she found out that everybody else found out, and then she has to backtrack. So that'll be good. But, hey, give it a shot. I'll try anything once. That's Amy Marks Coors. I'm Chris Ranji. It is 314 Day. We still want your submissions.
Yeah.
What should end up in the field of 6440? We can't wait to hear from you. 314-436-7900. Send us a text, or on Twitter, send us a message at Chris Amy KMOX.
The Biz Dash is St. Louis's healthiest happy hour. Combining fitness and fun, it's a perfect team bonding activity for any size business. All levels of runners and walkers are welcome. Join us this spring at City Park, the home of St. Louis City SC. With music, food, drinks, and more, the Biz Dash is the ultimate office party. Thursday, May 9th at City Park in downtown St. Louis. Create your company team today at stlbizdash.com.
Hey guys, it's Dave and Rachel from The Dave Glover Show.
So Smart Mouth is the only mouth rinse in the world that has a chemical reaction that makes sure that your bad breath is gone for 12 hours at a time, which means 24 hours a day, zero bad breath.
Yeah, all you have to do is rinse twice and you are covered for 24 hours. That means you never have bad breath. Plus, there's a product to fit whatever your needs are. To learn more, go to their website, smartmouth.com/Glover. And while you're there, you can get a coupon for $2.50 off.
KMOX's Kegs and Eggs, presented by Budweiser, returns to 7th Street in downtown St. Louis before the home opener Thursday, April 4th. Tickets on sale now and include drinks from the Budweiser family of products, food from Sugar Fire, specialty drinks from the likes of Maker's Mark and Hornitos. Celebrate this unofficial St. Louis holiday with Overhead Door of St. Louis, Victory Men's Health, and Gateway Metro Federal Credit Union, helping people realize their financial potential. Tickets available now at KMOX.com/events.
Paid for by government.com.
Did you hear? A recent stash of $10 gold Liberty coins from the 1800s has been found. These gorgeous gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck in the late 1800s, and less than 50 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this gold find an incredible opportunity. Call 1-800-456-2466, and you are guaranteed a $10 gold Liberty coin minted by the U.S. Mint in the 1800s. But with extremely limited availability, you must call now. These gold Liberty coins from the 1800s are still in uncirculated condition. That is history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-456-2466. Call now and you'll receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $40 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-456-2466 now to secure your $10 gold Liberty coins dated from the 1800s before they sell out. That's 1-800-456-2466.
What if there is a murderer walking among us?
Follow the clues. Solve the mystery.
This village really is a place where murder is easy.
Agatha Christie's Murder is Easy, a brand new BritBox original series, is streaming now, adding to the largest collection of Agatha Christie, including Miss Marple, Poirot, Why Didn't They Ask Evans, and more.
The whole collection, it is magnificent.
Stream the best of British TV, only on BritBox. Start a free trial at BritBox.com.
She posted about us just now.
Celebrities can't get enough of Be Honest Bespoke Skincare line.
She has 147 million followers. How do we monetize?
She needs a social media associate to help her with the hype.
We should repost this. Do we need a hashtag?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Spring into your next project with a first-line home equity loan from First Community. Apply by April 30th and get an amazing introductory rate of 5.95% APR for the first 12 months. And there is no application fee and no closing fees, only at First Community. $1 share deposit required. Must qualify for membership. Subject to credit approval. Offer does not include refinances on First Community loans. Call 888-642-7969 for terms and conditions.
The Doctors of Ophthalmology Associates are pleased to welcome Dr. Samuel Berry to the practice. He joins Doctors Birdie, Malhotra, Brasati, and Royer as the Doctors' Doctors. 314-966-5000 or youridoc.com.
McKelvey Homes is celebrating 126 years. Save up to $118,724 on completed market homes. Plus special 2-to-1 buy-down financing with rates starting at 4.495% through our partnership with Groundwork Mortgage. Visit McKelveyHomes.com to learn more.
Download the free Upside app and earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Download the free Upside app now and use promo code GIFT for an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. That's promo code GIFT.
More Amy, more Chris. What is this weird show? It's the Chris and Amy Show on KMOX.
Did you see that thing?
I can't believe it. Something is obviously wrong.
This is a joke, right?
Oh my God. Are you freaking kidding me? No way.
You gotta be kidding me. Don't feel bad. There's no way you could have known that.
Now, did you see this with Chris and Amy on the show?
Ron, I don't know if you saw this, but you've heard of the love scams and the phishing scams online.
You're right. Love is a scam.
Love is a scam. Well,
just kidding. It's positive, Dave.
I didn't really. Okay, this is not very positive. I guess it is a rescue, but hundreds of people were rescued from a love scam center in the Philippines. I guess when I pictured love scams or any type of scamming, I pictured hackers just pretending to be these people, but with the scope and scale of scamming that goes on. What's happening is these scam centers are quite literally trafficking people to be the scammers in these situations. And so they rescued 383 Filipinos, 202 Chinese, and 73 other foreign nationals from this scam center that is just north of Manila. It was masquerading as an online gambling firm. The way they were able to raid this scam center and rescue everyone is that at the end of last month, a Vietnamese man escaped the facility by climbing up a wall, crossing a river, and then seeking refuge at a farm. The person who owned the farm reported it to the police. This is pretty awful, but there were signs of like physical torture on the man, including electrocution. That's how they were trapping these people to these scam centers and then forcing them to scam.
That's not great.
I guess I didn't realize that's how sometimes the scams work, that the people who are scamming are also victims themselves.
Right. Where they're, forced into it, and maybe their families are threatened.
They can't get out.
Did you see that there is an effort right now, Amy, to completely revamp Clark Avenue from Busch Stadium all the way down to where Union Station is?
No.
Well, I mean, as you could tell, there are a couple of businesses along the way, and the road is not in particularly good shape, which is kind of a problem. But there is an effort by a local resident, and we don't know where it's going to go from here, but KMOV reporting on it this week. The Cardinals, the Blues, City SC, Union Station, they are all on board with doing something with Clark Street and making it more, I don't know if interesting is the right word, but at least a place you want to go and visit. So
that would be very cool.
We need it.
We do.
Right?
We do.
We need as much development as we can possibly get.
And it's 314 Day, which is also Pi Day.
That's right.
And Akira Haraguchi set a record in 2016. It's the unofficial world record, but it's interesting to think of on Pi Day. He recited the most digits of pi ever recited by memory from a person. He recited over 100,000 digits of pi. It took him more than 16 hours. He said he mentally linked each digit with a syllable and then created a collection of epic stories from the words that those syllables form.
How in the world?
I honestly don't even understand I'm like trying to put that in perspective, but he was able to recite 100,000 digits of pi.
That's crazy.
From memory over 16 hours.
That is crazy. I don't know how some brains, I do not understand how they work. I don't know how you can do that.
They say that conductors of an orchestra, like the elite conductors, can keep time. I don't know how, but can keep time for like 5, 6, or 7 symphonies pieces at once in their head. That idea doesn't make sense to me.
It's
how you
astounding.
Can keep time for different symphonies.
Also, because it's Pi Day, it's a good day to celebrate with pizza.
Yeah.
We should have done. We should have had friend of the show Juan Rodriguez, who is a competitive eater. He goes by Juan More Bite.
Oh,
his specialty is pizza.
Wow.
He is a prolific pizza eater. We should have had him on the show today.
We should have.
Yeah, it's Pi Day. Hope you celebrate with some emo. I'm wearing my free emo socks. You like my emo socks,
I love
Amy?
them.
How about that?
Well, that's very St. Louis, thinking of things in retrospect that we should have done.
Yeah.
Not
in
kind of
retrospect.
negative.
That's
Sorry.
No negativity today.
I messed up.
Damn it. We talked about this. Hey, give us your submissions. What should be in the field of 6440 things you associate with St. Louis on the Chris and Amy show? Mr. Gary, host of Them Yo People, coming next on KMOX.
Listen, you've been making those house payments for years, right? And your home's value has never been higher. That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the TrueHold Sell and Stay leaseback program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to TrueHold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And TrueHold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. TrueHold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a TrueHold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. TrueHold.com.
Hello, America. It's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you don't have Consumer Cellular yet, now is the perfect time to switch and save. For a limited time, new customers can get wireless service for as low as $15 a month for your first year. Yep, the same exact nationwide coverage as the leading carriers for $15 a month for an entire year. What are you waiting for? Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com and use code radio15.
See consumercellular.com/firstyear15 for promotional details.
Occupied.
Hurry up.
Go away. I'm enjoying my hot shower.
Yeah, we'd all like to. Hot water hug.
That's it. Family meeting. We can all enjoy long, steaming, hot showers, even the last in line, which it seems is always me. But go ahead. Have that imaginary argument of what you should have said. Take your time. With our new high-efficiency Navien tankless water heater, I'll never take a cold shower again. Visit tanklessmadesimple.com to learn more.
KMOX, KECK HD2, K254CR, St. Louis.
The home of the Cardinals, KMOX. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Ad paid for by 24/7 Holdings, LLC. Attention business owners. Are you tired of those hefty credit card fees cutting into your profits? Well, we've got some exciting news for you. 2 price points based on how they pay. Full or credit card price. It's that simple. And here's the best part. You can enjoy 24/7 support, next day funding, a virtual terminal, online gateway, and ACH processing. Our patented solution is available in all 50 states, making it the go-to choice for thousands of businesses looking to eliminate processing fees for good. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, call 800-341-1609 now. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to save 95% on processing fees guaranteed. Call 800-341-1609 and make the change today. That's 800-341-1609. Again, 800-341-1609.
Mid-America's most trusted source for news. KMOX.
At 11 o'clock, it's a cloudy sky, 68 degrees downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun. Our top story this hour. It might be 314 day, but when it comes to our regional population, it's more like 911.
St. Louis has fallen 2 spots on the list of largest metros in the U.S. from 21st to 23rd. Orlando and Charlotte have moved past us, with San Antonio and Austin getting ready to. St. Louis University demographer Ness Sandoval says what cities with growing populations have over us is large Latino populations.
That the Illinois side of the region is probably entering in what we call the permanent demographic winter. And that just, you have baby boomers who are dying, and you have dropping fertility rates.
St. Louis City's population loss is mostly Black families. He says St. Louis County is smaller now than it was in 1990. Debbie Monterey, KMOX News.
This morning, SpaceX launched Starship, the world's most powerful rocket. The spacecraft flew further and faster than before during its 3rd flight test, although it was eventually lost as it re-entered the atmosphere over the Indian Ocean.
We are making the call now that we have lost Ship 28. So as we were possibly expecting, we lost the data a couple of minutes ago. We haven't heard from the ship up until this point, and so the team has made the call that ship has been lost.
The SpaceX Starship is vital to NASA's future plans to bring astronauts back to the surface of the moon. A safer way for pedestrians to get around. That's one of the many benefits of the Brickline Greenway, the 14-mile connection across the city of St. Louis from the Arch to Forest Park and from Fairgrounds to Tower Grove Parks. Susan Troutman with Great Rivers Greenway says they received almost $10 million from the U.S. Department of Transportation for an overpass that will thread through the I-64 bridge decks by St. Louis University.
And this bridge, I mean, it's really the nexus of the Brickline, north, south, east, and west, because now we can cross the interstate.
Troutman says it'll help people easily and safely get from City Foundry to the Armory or to the Grand Metrolink platform. The bridge will be built in coordination with MoDOT's rebuild near Vanaventer and should be complete by 2028. The KMOX Business Desk. Police are warning drivers in California about a concerning new crime trend. Matt Bigler says smash and grab robbers are targeting cars while people are still inside.
It all happens in a matter of seconds. Victims say 1 minute they're pulling into their driveway and then suddenly a car window is smashed, a thief grabbing for their purse or other valuables and then escaping to a waiting getaway car. Oakland police say this type of brazen crime is on the rise.
People are scared.
Many Oakland residents are concerned about an over 30% increase in robberies so far this year.
You know, I had my car stolen. Crime just is definitely on the uptick.
Police are urging drivers to be vigilant and aware of their surroundings at all times. Matt Bigler for CBS News, Oakland, California.
The Dow from Stifel's down 74 points to 38,969. We've got road work on 364 West at Arena Parkway. The right lane is closed. Emergency vehicles on 44 eastbound before Lindbergh. That's in the right lane. Slow moving road work on 6440 West at Route N. That's got the right lane there closed.
Windy and warm on this Thursday afternoon, waiting for a cold front, 78 for the high. The winds will be a little gusty from time to time. With that cold front, we set up for another band of showers and thunderstorms, some possibly strong to severe. The prime window is 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. as we go through this afternoon and into the evening. Tonight, the activity will start to kind of fade as we get into the late night hours, 50 for the overnight low. But again, that window of 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. is the area of concern. Friday, northwest winds are back. The front is by, clouds giving way to slow clearing, and a chilly 58 degrees on Friday. I'm meteorologist Dave Murray for the Voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
Clouds in 67 in Florissant, 66 St. Peter's, 68 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
The Chris and Amy Show, sponsored by Summer at SLU. Find your kids' best summer yet at St. Louis University.
When the king of hospitality come reach ya, it's always with a smile cause he pleased to meet ya. He keeping it 100, he keeping it peaceful. The question is the name of the show. If your people got the word, let the whole world know. If your people, life's a party, man, y'all welcome to go. Community.
Chris and Amy show on KMOX. It is 314 day. We are celebrating. We still want to hear your submissions for what you believe should be in the field of 6440 tournament that we are going to have next week or start next week. And those are things that make you think of St. Louis. So let us know. 314-436-7900. We have with us in studio the host of that show, Them Yo People. It is Mr. Gary. He's with us. How you doing, Mr. Gary?
You know what? Now that I'm here with you all, I am doing good. It is 314 day. And it seems like y'all got the memo because y'all been blowing it up today. 314. I'm feeling good.
That's right. We've been celebrating for an hour. And we had this whole thing about nothing but positivity for St. Louis today. And then did you hear Michael during the news? He said it might be 314 day, but it's more like 911 here in St. Louis. Like, what the hell, Michael? Come on.
Calhoun.
Man, we're trying to have a good day today.
No negativity, all positivity.
Michael didn't get the memo.
He didn't get the memo.
Y'all pray for your people.
That's
Pray
right.
for your people. That's what you got to do.
So how are things going with you?
You know, things are going really, really good. We were on tour. Just got back from Mobile, Alabama. Got back from Indianapolis, Indiana, Chicago. And the show actually shows in those cities now. And so it's kind of cool because you get a chance to see what the people are doing, what they're on. And the one good thing I love about what I get a chance to do is promote what St. Louis really is.
Yeah.
And no matter where you are in St. Louis, it could be Pine Line, it could be Chesterfield, it could be Manchester, wherever you are. When you travel out of town and people say, where are you from? They say St. Louis. So no one is saying I'm from Kinloch. Right. No one is saying that I am from Webster Groves. They say I'm from St. Louis. And then when you get back to St. Louis, I live here, I live there. So I'm doing good, just being able to promote what Them Yo People is all about. But most of all, just an important day to promote St. Louis, the 314 love. So yeah, it's good.
So what are you doing in the other cities then?
Well,
What is the show?
television show shows in the other cities. So when we go to other cities, we are filming the actual episode. So it's Them Yo People in Indianapolis. And so we get all the fun, great things that's happening there. Them Yo People in Chicago. So we go to the eateries and we go to the Garrett's Popcorn to see what this Garrett's Popcorn is about. But most of all, we're going to see who has the best pizza. And so, you know, you get a chance to, it's Emo's, guys. It's St. Louis saying, what is that? I said, it's the Square Beyond Compare food, don't you know? They say the Square Beyond Compare, what is that? So it's just going to, seeing all the good stuff, seeing the different grand openings, but most of all, just providing the show for people who tune into and have fun. And a lot of people, when we started the show, said, oh, Mr. Gary, you know, you got to have people turned up. You got to have the people fighting. You got to have people. We don't want that. That's not this show. Don't nobody want to go to bed with people fighting on TV and waking up thinking about that. So we leave that to everybody else. We leave that to the news. We leave that to everyone else. And we are the feel-good show.
So that's, you leave it up to Amy and me.
And you guys do a great job. Yeah, you do a great job.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, but I will say that's a great point. Nobody wants to go to bed watching the 10 o'clock news, but everybody does.
Right.
What
Yeah.
a horrible way to end your day. Like,
yeah.
did you have a good day? Here's everything that went wrong.
Right.
But with Them Your People,
Right. It's
the positive
everything
thing.
that is so good. And it's the show that gives people opportunity just to be themselves. And the whole concept behind Them Your People is, when someone does something that could be like embarrassing to you, and you're like, oh my God, here they go. And he said, but them your people, come get your people. That's your mama. Y'all know how your mama is. Your mama going to invite you over for Easter dinner, and the dinner is not going to be ready till 4. She said, be there at 3. Them your people.
Yeah.
What y'all showing up early for? Your mama ain't. So it's just all the good fun stuff. And then we take the opportunity to really look and say, people drug addiction, people alcoholism, people in jail, all those, but them your people. Them is your people in there. What y'all acting all brand new about now? So it's just a matter of celebrating your people, saying, guess what? I know this is where you're at. I know this is where you're on, but guess what? It's not about what you did. It's about what you're trying to do now. And we try to embrace that. You got some people who try to come on and sing. They know good and well they can't sing. And the people just like, them y'all people, come get your people. Your people know they can't sing, and they up here just singing a song off tune. So that's what the show is really, really all about. And just like being here today with our people, this is it. KMOX Radio, hands down, has been just that station that gives you the fair look at it. But what I love about what you guys do, you give people the opportunity to say, what do you think? We're putting it out here for you. Now, what do you think, right? And you get the chance to call in. Like today, you're telling people to say, what is SO 314? What is St. Louis all about? And most people just take the easy way out and they'll say the arch. It's the arch, it's the riverfront.
It's a lot more than that.
Yeah, it's a whole lot more than
that. We'll ask you the question. What are a couple of things you identify with St. Louis?
Well, first of all, because I am from University City.
U City is a submission. U City is a submission.
Well, guess what? We're Lions now, but we used to be the U City Indians, right? And because last year in September, I went into the U City High School Hall of Fame. And because last month I got voted to be the president of the U City Alumni Association. And because there's this thing called the U City Walk of Fame on Delmar.
Yeah.
Is what's so that's what's so St. Louis to me. That and and then the riverfront. Because it's so much down there. And in the summer times, you can go see the concerts and all of that. So those are kind of the things in the different neighborhoods,
Them Your People it's been a long time you've been doing this show.
Yeah, 10 years.
What would you,
10 years, 10 years.
How would you say it's changed from year one to now, if at all?
That is a very good question. And I will say to anyone that's listening right now that the question is so good, and here is the good truth about it. When I first started Them Your People, there were so many people who, because my background is meeting planning. I set up the national conventions all over the world. I was producing the different events that were coming here to St. Louis with all the church conventions, the Greek conventions, just all of them. And I would ask the leadership, can you come on my show? I got this new show called Them Your People. They say, who? I say, Them Your People. Oh, no, I can never come on that show. I said, well, what do you mean? Them your people, the Ebonics, them your people. I don't know if my congregation, I don't know if my organization would understand them your people. Well, guess what? That was 10 years ago. Now you spring forth, Mr. Gary, when you gonna have me on your show? I'm your people. You got to come. You got to talk for the bishop. You got to let the bishop know that you're here. He wants you to come to his annual day. It is that thing. It's that thing that we all have to realize. You just got to give people the chance and the opportunity. And you might find out when you open your mind, like In Vogue said, free your mind and the rest will follow, right?
Great song.
Yeah,
great song.
Yeah. So that's the difference. It's just where it was then. And like now people have really understood it. They see who I am. They see I'm all about St. Louis, all about all the good stuff. So people say, you know what? Them your people. And now you know what they say, Mr. Gary, I'm your people. I'm your people. Come see me. Yeah.
Well, and speaking of the beginnings of the show, how did you become Mr. Gary with the look? I mean, because you have a look, you have a brand. You're not just a guy.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a very distinct, like a very regal hat, all of it, the gemstones.
Well, first of all, let me correct you, ma'am. It is not a hat. This is a crown. Let's get straight.
Amy, what are you
talking about? The hat. See, Chris got on a hat. See, that's a cap.
What
that's
are you
a hat.
talking
I got
about?
on crown, girl. Give me my respect.
I was gonna say like the Pope's hat, but I guess
That's not. It's a crown.
Yeah, it's a crown.
What does the Pope wear? A
He
hat?
he wear something, but that's
Yeah.
crown.
Yeah, okay,
Right.
It's very
What's the matter with
regal.
you?
I'm sorry, Mr. Gary.
Right. I come up in your show, your people disrespecting you. Talking about you got on a hat. A hat!
You
Yeah, how many
King-
hats you know
King
got
Louis
sparkles and diamonds and all this up on it? Yeah.
Hey, King Louis, look at your hat. That's a nice hat you got there.
How much you got your hat? Where's your hat?
What's the
You
matter
think
with
I'm
you?
with the Cardinals ready to go out and play on the get off the field? Put your hat on. Come on now. What? No,
I'm not good with words, ironically.
no, it's the look. It's part of it. And I've been in hospitality for over 50 years. I started University City at the concession stand. So it was all about customer service. I graduated from Mizzou, hospitality. And then you come back and you work Riga Riverfront, Millennium Hotel. So it's all about the good hospitality stuff, getting everything right. And so when we developed the concept, it was all about seeing who's got it right, talking about who knows hospitality, what's good hospitality, this and that. And so it only fits that when I became the king of hospitality, I would have a crown. And I would always look good and great and debonair. And so thanks to the mayor of this fine city, when I went into the UCD Hall of Fame last year, I got the proclamation, the key to the city. Sam Page from St. Louis County, I got the proclamation, the key to the city, and then University City. So therefore, when I step out of my house, I got to look regal. I got to look like the people would want someone to be when they come in.
Do you ever leave the house without the crown?
Let me tell you what happened.
Uh-oh.
I do. But I'm very careful. I don't really go out in public without it. Because one day I was at Walgreens and I just ran out to get some milk because I wanted some cereal that day. And I just kind of had the pajama bottoms. You know how you do it right in the neighborhood.
That's what I
And the
do
lady
every
said
time.
to me,
Yeah.
"Excuse me, I know you're Mr. Gary." I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
What?
And she took her phone out.
Uh-oh.
No.
And she said, "Now I need to get a picture." I said, "Let me tell you something. I got some mugs and some merchandise in the car. If you don't take my picture today, I will give you this merchandise and I will set up another picture for you." Because I knew then, oh my God, the people are watching. And what if they got a chance to take a picture with
To
me?
see you in pajamas.
Yeah, oh my God.
Out in public with
Lions and
pajamas
tigers and bears. Oh my. So
No,
yeah.
you can't have that.
So now I got to be very buttoned up, you know,
Yeah.
because people want to see what they see when they go on television. Yeah.
See, that's why I do this. That's why I dress like this,
Yeah.
because I can do whatever I want when I'm out in public. I don't have an image to
No,
keep
Yeah.
up.
that is your image,
Yeah.
though. You
Yeah.
are
It's
instantly
good.
recognizable because you always, it's consistent.
Very easy outfit.
It's
Yeah.
the hat,
Yeah.
the zip up, and the glasses.
Mr. Gary puts in a lot more work than I do
does.
on that.
And I love it.
So
I'm-
Is that
I'm
what
here
has
for
been the
it.
same crown the whole time?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
has been. We just it's interchangeable with the color. So you know,
Oh,
we
nice.
Yeah,
whatever
because
the
I've seen
color.
like purple
Yeah,
and
purple, blue, black, orange, gray, whatever the outfit is for the day.
Yeah.
Mr. Gary's got a color just for you.
I love it.
Yeah.
Mr. Gary, what do you want to? Because we're always talking about how to make the city better and what it needs. What, as you look at it, what do you think St. Louis needs to really move forward?
I think St. Louis really needs to look in their families. So much stuff is going on, and it's your family members, it's your people that's out here wilding out, doing this and this. You just got to take people back to remind them of a good time and remind them of what it is your family is about. You got to say, like my grandmother used to say, when you walk out of these doors, you represent me. You represent the family. Well, that's the same thing we got to do. You got so many people in church on Sunday morning, and on Monday morning, they raising all kind of hell. Well, I thought y'all just left church. I thought y'all was all about the good stuff, right? People, same thing on the job. We just got to take a time to reflect each day. And Shaquille O'Neal's mother, I do the Universal Circus all over the world, and she was one of our guest ringmasters. And when you call her voicemail, she says, "This is the day that the Lord has made. Don't mess it up." And just imagine if we all woke up with that and said, "This is the day the Lord has made. Don't mess it up." It gives us the chance to get it right. And so in St. Louis, that's what we need. When when we wake up each day, it's a chance for us to get it right and go to bed with a smile on our face and say, "You know what? I made a difference." And if we each just hold each other accountable for that to make a difference, then it'll just be a whole much better St. Louis, a whole better world.
Them Yo People is a fun show. I love it. Mr. Gary, you are so much
Thank
fun.
you.
Gary Boyd with
Thank
us here in studio. So you can catch the show on YouTube.
You can catch it on YouTube, but you can catch it on ABC 30. We come on after the ABC Nightly News on Sunday. YouTube 24 hours a day. And then in each city, in each market, we're on a different Fox, one NBC, CBS. It just depends, but YouTube always. Yeah.
Mr. Gary, it's good to see you. Thank you for coming in.
What do you say? It's Mr. Gary, the king of hospitality. I'm here with you all today. You know what? Y'all must be my people. Okay.
We are your people. You're our people too.
That's
you. Mr. Gary with Them Yo People. It's Chris and Amy on KMOX.
For everything online, it's Odyssey.com. Download the Odyssey app and listen to The Dave Glover Show and all the news, talk, sports, and podcasts that move you. Odyssey, that's AUDACY.
Attention St. Louis sports enthusiasts. On March 25th, the Blues and Cardinals join forces for a night of STL sports fandom. It's Cardinals night at the Blues game. Immerse yourself in the ultimate celebration of our city's passion for sports when the Blues take on the Vegas Golden Knights. Theme night buyers will take home a limited edition co-branded One Nation Tervis tumbler designed by local St. Louis artist Emily Stahl. Get your tickets now at stlouisblues.com/theme.
Let's talk garage doors. Your garage door. Is it too loud or letting cold or hot air in around the frame? Overhead Door Company of St. Louis will make it all better. In March only, they will perform their full 26-task garage door tune-up for just $79 and just in March. That's just $79 for up to 3 garage doors and openers. You need this done once a year, so why not now? And for just $79. Schedule now at overheaddoorsstlouis.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
If you've been hurt on the job, you need the best. Onder Law. Hurt on the job? Call Onder Law today for a free review at 314 or 618-90000.
Have you been wanting to find the secret to losing weight and getting healthy? Hey everyone, it's Dr. Michael Glickert, St. Louis Weight Loss Secret, and we know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day. Schedule your free consultation to meet with one of our health coaches who will determine which of our custom weight loss programs is right for you. Visit moweightloss.com now to schedule your free in-person or virtual consultation.
This is Debbie Monterey, and when you are really ready to finally lose that weight, call St. Louis Weight Loss Secret. St. Louis Weight Loss Secret helped me to lose 40 pounds. I was so motivated because I was losing a half a pound to a pound per day. Call St. Louis Weight Loss Secret today. Many patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in about a month or two. For your free private weight loss consultation, call 314-207-8600, 314-207-8600, or online at moweightloss.com. You've got spring fever, ready to get outdoors, soak in the sun, barbecue, host get-togethers. Is your outdoor space ready? Did you make all those improvements you wanted to make? Time to call Chesterfield Fence and Deck, the sign you have the very best. With 56 years in the business and thousands of satisfied customers, Chesterfield Fence and Deck will do a quality job that will last for years to come. Fences, patios, decks, pergolas, retaining walls, screen rooms, sunrooms. Need some help putting it all together? Chesterfield Fence and Deck has free project design, free in-home estimates, or stop by their huge showroom in the Chesterfield Valley. As a customer of Chesterfield Fence and Deck myself, I can personally attest that my Eastern cedar fence is almost a dozen years old and has far outlasted the other fences in my neighborhood. Because when you are choosing a company, it's not just about price, it's about quality, top quality materials, experienced installers, and great customer service. Mention me, Debbie Monterey, and they'll offer you 48 months interest-free financing. ChesterfieldFence.com.
Over 10 years ago, we realized how important saving family memories was, and we wanted to help. Legacy Box started from that passion and has now helped over 1 million families digitally preserve their film reels, VHS tapes, and photos. Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Adam. What started with the two of us in a garage is now over 200 trained professionals. Legacy Box is a safe and secure way to put all your favorite family memories on an easy-to-view digital format like a thumb drive, DVD, or the cloud.
We ship you a sturdy Legacy Box to fill with all your outdated media, safety barcodes to track your items throughout the process, and a prepaid mailing label. Legacy Box has been featured by Good Morning America and The Today Show. Not bad for 2 kids in a garage.
That's true, Nick. And here's the best part. We always wanted to make it affordable to preserve your entire collection, so we're offering 50% off.
Visit legacybox.com/value to take advantage of this exclusive offer. That's legacybox.com/value to save 50%. legacybox.com/value.
Where tradition meets passion with every swing. KMOX.
I was raised to
Mr. Gary's a trip, man. He's awesome. I
Amazing.
love that guy.
We just had chaos in the newsroom because I told Mr. Gary that Alderwoman Shamim Clark Hubbard was calling in, and he said, "Call her right now. I got to talk to her." So I called Alderwoman Shamim Clark Hubbard, and I was on the speakerphone with her and Mr. Gary, and we're in the newsroom.
The energy between the three of you, I thought the newsroom was going to die.
Explode.
Just so much energy. It's a little bit too much. The three. Shamim's got energy. Mr. Gary's got energy. You have way too much of it.
Pumped up today,
dude. It's 314 day.
And also, I didn't eat breakfast, and I got you that cake, and I wrote "Happy Birthday" on the cake.
Well, you didn't write "Happy Birthday."
I wrote, "It is your birthday, dingus."
Yes,
I wrote that on the cake, but then I was eating the icing with which I wrote the message.
And you know what?
I think that's the only thing I've had today is caffeine and icing.
Hold on a second.
What?
Were you eating the icing out of the tube?
Yes. On a
Amy.
spoon. I squeezed it onto a spoon.
Amy.
And I've only had that and a venti cold brew.
What?
I feel insane.
Look. You were eating icing out of a tube?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's your birthday and it's 314 day.
That's a child would do that.
Well, come on. Everybody's eating icing out of a tube.
Oh my. No, they're not. If you're eating icing out of a tube,
If you have.
let us know about it. 314-436-7900.
I think producer Dave's trying to call Shamim Clark Hubbard.
I think she's on the line right now.
Oh, I think she's on the line.
Let's
pull
try
her up.
this. I'm going to try real quick, see if we can bring her up. Shamim Clark Hubbard, Alderwoman in St. Louis, with us on KMOX. Hello, how are you, Alderwoman?
Happy birthday, Chris.
Okay. Thank you. It's Pi Day, And it's 3-1.
We don't say Pi Day in St. Louis, Chris. We say 314 a day.
Okay. Well, it is 314 Day. So what are you celebrating here in St. Louis? And we're doing our Field of 6440. We're doing our tournament, things that you identify with St. Louis. What comes to mind for you when you think about this area?
Of course, the arch. I love the arch.
Yeah.
Of course, the arch is the gateway. And, I'm very extremely beyond biased. So I love everything about St. Louis. I can find something good in everything. So, I found something good in one of the things you all talked about already this morning. I think I heard someone say, or someone quoted, that it's only singles moving to St. Louis. So I say, hey, bring all the singles here, because then they can meet and greet and make family. And look,
I know what you're about to say.
They can stay in St. Louis.
Yeah, that's what you were about to say. I know what you're about to say. But you're right, though.
That's awesome.
We do need young professionals to come here.
And I will say, Shamim Clark Hubbard is she's not lying when she says that she can always find something positive. If you follow her on Instagram, she posts a lot about what her job is like being an alderwoman in the city of St. Louis. And I think most of the time it says, tell me you love your job without saying you love your job, because you are all over the place.
Yeah, and I love every part of it, Amy. I spoke about it this weekend. I love the good, the bad, and the ugly of it. I'm not naive. I know we have some challenges as a city, as a community, and neighborhoods down to the front doors. But I also know if we focus on those and not on things that we can do to become greater, then we won't. So, hey, I choose to channel my energy into identifying, recognizing the challenges, but also moving towards solutions. So that's what I do every day. I can't let you change my mind. And I'm not talking about y'all personally, but I'm talking about somebody, the naysayers that always have something bad to say about St. Louis.
So if you were right now, if we've got just a few seconds here, you're excited about the area. You think there is reason to be optimistic about St. Louis. Why do you think that is? Why should people be optimistic about where we're going, or at least a reason to think that things will turn around and be better at some point?
Yeah, I think because it's an opportunity for us to all engage, for us to be all inclusive in this fight. It's a fight for St. Louis right now. And again, we have some things we have to fight about. And once we get past those fights and find the common grounds in the middle, you know, I never want to be in a room where I agree with everybody, because that's not where change happens. I want the people around me that see different, that have different ideas, that know different, the wisdom of knowing different, so that we can come together in the middle, find the change and move our city forward. I see it. I can feel it in an unprecedented time where we have resources and people in place and positions that really have a heart for St. Louis. If not now, then when? And we won't have anybody to blame but ourselves if we don't get it right.
Shamim Clark-Hubbard, alderwoman here in the city of St. Louis. We appreciate you. Thanks for coming on today.
I appreciate you. Happy birthday.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. She's
awesome.
She's great.
We got a text. The text line.
Yep.
My mom. She said, "Tell Chris happy birthday," all caps. And
Did she call me Dingus like you did?
No, she said Chris.
Okay.
And then she said, "I love Mr. Gary," with like a thumbs up.
Oh, Mr. Gary's wonderful.
He is.
I love Michael Calhoun. He's got the news coming up on KMOX.
When you want a brand new kitchen, there's nothing to it. There's a brand new way to do it. 3-day kitchen and bath. It's all about time.
3 days or less.
At 3-day kitchen and bath.
Do you love your house and hate the thought of assisted living? Whether you're caring for a loved one in your home right now or planning to live independently in the years ahead, call 3-Day Kitchen and Bath. They can completely remodel your old bathroom in just 3 days and back up their work with a 100% satisfaction guarantee on both their quality and craftsmanship. If all you need is a new walk-in tub or easy entry shower to make your life easier, they could do just that for you. Avoid the hassle and stress of remodeling. Check them out on the web at 3daykitchen.com or call 3-Day Kitchen and Bath for your free design consultation today. 3-Day Kitchen and Bath. It's about time.
It's about time.
3 days or less.
At 3-Day Kitchen and Bath.
To the 20, to the 10, to the 5, to the house.
Faroe Field, home sweet home for Tiger Nation on 7 Saturdays each fall. The traditions and tailgating run deep. The victories roar louder, and you can't get energy like this sitting on your couch. So don't wait. Get up and get in the game. Lock into your seats today because every seat is front row to greatness. Call 1-800-CAT-PAWS or visit mutigers.com/tickets. MIZ.
We have over $34 trillion in national debt. Where do you think the money to pay for that is going to come from? Taxes. Believe it or not, taxes are at historic lows right now, but how much longer will that last? A Roth IRA conversion might be a good option when planning for your retirement because you can pay lower taxes now and avoid potentially higher taxes later. The FIRA Capital Management Team, formerly Heisey Advisory Group, have seen taxes rise and fall. They know what options you have to potentially reduce the amount of taxes you pay in retirement. Call the team at FIRA Capital Management and schedule your tax analysis today. 314-328-4400. Uncle Sam needs money. Don't let him take it all from you. 314-328-4400. Investing involves risk. Always consult with a qualified tax advisor before making any decisions regarding a Roth conversion, as there may be additional tax considerations. Investment advisory services made available through Pine Ridge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Securities made available through AE Financial Services, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC.
11:31, clouds, 68 degrees downtown at the Arch. Wholesale prices in the U.S. accelerated again in February, the latest sign that inflation pressures in the economy remain elevated and might not cool in the coming months as fast as the Federal Reserve would like. More than half of Americans say they are against college athletes unionizing, although younger respondents were more supportive than older, according to a new poll from the Associated Press Nork Center for Public Affairs Research. The survey found that 55% of adults believe that NCAA athletes should not be permitted to form unions that could lead to collective bargaining with schools. A major storm is dumping heavy wet snow in Colorado, forcing flight cancellations and shutting down a highway that connects Denver to Colorado ski resorts. Heaviest snow accumulations expected in Colorado's Front Range region, where the vast majority of the state's population lives, with the most falling in the foothills and the mountains west of Denver. Today's I-78, we've got another batch of thunderstorms late in the day today. For tonight, we've got rain and storms overnight, low 50. For tomorrow, we've got slow clearing of the clouds and a high of 59. Sponsored by KMOX. Right now, cloudy and 68 downtown. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Broadcasting from the Under Law Injury Lawyers. GetJim.com studios.
KMOX.
Looks like it costs a fortune.
Actually, at Bob's, the Playscape 2-piece sectional is just $9.99.
Looks like it was crafted by a master carpenter.
Gorgeous, right? Bob's genuine marble elm dining set comes with 6 chairs or 4 chairs and a storage bench for just $9.99.
Looks like a unicorn cried happy tears all over it.
That's our bedazzled diva bedroom set. I can see why you think that. When the looks you love go for less, there's only one thing to say.
Oh, my Bob!
Bob's Discount Furniture.
Hey, have you saved more than $300,000 in an IRA or 401k? You may not realize it now, but you've got a big problem on your hands. And that problem is taxes. Learn how you could dramatically reduce the taxes on these accounts in retirement in a one.
314 day here in St. Louis. We're having a good day today, I think. It's time to go to the Quiver River Electric guest line, and we bring in Matt Pauley, who is our sports fella. He is with us here, and this Cardinals report is brought to you by Renner Garage Door. RENNER, forward and back, family owned and top rated. RennerDoorSTL.com. Matt Pauley. Hello.
Chris Ranji, Amy Mark Hello.
What is happening around here? Things are...
Pandemonium.
We're having a technical glitch.
That's well, I mean, you guys are always a technical glitch, but you've taken it one step further today.
Okay.
Hey, Matt, quick question, because I know we got to get to Cardinals. Have you ever eaten icing directly out of the icing tube?
I mean, probably, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, because
Okay.
you were probably a child when
Ron
you did
is
it.
giving me trouble. I brought him a cake today, and I'm a little hyped up because I've only had caffeine and icing because I ate icing out of the tube, and he thinks that's unheard of.
You're like Buddy the Elf right now.
I don't think
Oh my
it's.
gosh, yeah.
I don't think it's unheard of. I just think that children and morbidly obese people probably do it. I don't think that there's who else is just sitting at
do it.
home.
I think if you have my close friend had diabetes, and sometimes she had the icing, like if her blood sugar dropped. I don't know if that's
Okay, well
what you
that's
do anymore. That was
that's like you.
20
That's
years
an
ago.
emergency you need to get.
Yeah.
That makes sense. You were having it as a snack.
Well, okay.
I also think there's like a difference between like taking the bottle and just squeezing it into your mouth and like taking the bottle, you bought it, and like putting a little dab on the end of your finger and just taking
See,
a little.
and that's what I did. I put it on a spoon.
Okay.
I put it on a spoon because I was at work, and that would be gross if I used my hand. So I put it on a spoon. At any rate,
Matt Pauley.
let's talk some spring training.
Yeah, let's talk a little baseball. Sonny Gray through the other day. He's got a full session coming up here.
Yeah, so I think it's already happened,
Okay.
and assuming it went well, he could pitch the first week of the season. I'm not sure if it's going to be opening day, but he is the issue that you know it doesn't seem like it's going to be a prolonged absence, I guess is the best way to say it.
Okay, well, that's good. And so I don't think he needs to start on opening day, and certainly they're going to be careful with him. It's not like they're going to rush him if he's not ready. There's a long season to go here, and I don't look if he misses the first week, no big deal, because
Yeah.
he's still going to make a ton of starts this year.
Yeah, absolutely. There is there's no worry if he misses just the first few days. Nobody's going to be overly worried, especially the fact that they're starting on the road. Maybe they work it out. They find a way for him to start the home opener. I don't know, but this seems of all the injury issues that this team is dealing with right now, Sonny Gray seems to be the least of their worries.
So, Matt, we've got from right this moment, it is 2 weeks until opening day. Do you feel like the Cardinals, even though we're still 2 weeks out, do you feel like they are ready to go?
Like there's still work to be done here in the next couple of weeks because starting pitchers have to get stretched out some more. But I know that's not the spirit of the question that you're asking.
Right.
The injuries concern me because they don't have some plans in some place. We really don't know who's going to be in center field, and we really don't know who's going to be in left field. And I guess you can argue, well, you really don't know who's going to be starting opening day or who's going to be the start. They got guys for that. Can Dylan Carlson hit enough to be on the team and be an everyday center fielder? Is Victor Scott going to force his way onto the roster? Will Alec Burleson continue to swing the bat the way he's been swinging in spring training? There's enough unanswered questions right now that some time might fix that. But you know what? Time probably isn't going to fix that because Tommy Edman not going to be available on opening day based off what Oliver Marmol said today. They are completely shutting him down once again. He is not going to swing. He's not going to throw. He is not going to, go off a tee, underhand toss, anything. They are completely shutting him down until he feels 100% healthy, because every time he does a little bit something, it goes back in the other direction. So there is zero timetable for Tommy Edman right now, and that's not good news. A little bit of good news from Lars Nootbaar. He's starting to feel better. I still think it's unlikely that he's going to start the season on the active roster, but I think you probably want to have the Nootbaar conversation probably plays into the Victor Scott question a little bit. If Nootbaar is going to miss the first 2 days of the season, well, then maybe you're more comfortable sending Scott to AAA, where if it's going to be a prolonged absence for Nootbaar, then you're looking at Victor Scott as maybe being somebody who's going to have enough playing time available that he makes the roster. So there's enough unanswered questions that I don't think they're ready to go right now, but I really don't think many of those questions are going to be answered by the time we get to opening day anyways.
One of the guys, and just kind of looking around the league, one of those that we paid a lot of attention to, potentially being on the move, was Dylan Cease. That finally did happen. He was traded this week from the White Sox and is now a member of the San Diego Padres. What do you think of that move, and how much does that change things in the National League?
I don't know if it changes that much, because San Diego, they're not the Dodgers. And, it kind of looked like they were going to take a step back when they made the Soto move, but now they are trying to continue to move forward. I commend them for making the move. The one thing I'll say from a Cardinals perspective on this is, remember last year when the Sean Murphy trade went down and we saw the returns, Cardinals could have done that. So often you see these trades where there's guys that maybe you would like to see as a Cardinal, and you see the return and you go, are you kidding me? Cardinals could have pulled that off. To the credit of the White Sox, what they got back from the Padres was significant and notable. Not that the Cardinals couldn't have done that, but it would have taken so many of their most important pieces that are going to be a big part of this team moving forward. So I would argue that the Cardinals, it would not have made sense for them to give up the kind of package that the Padres gave up for Cease. But that being said, good on the Padres for continuing to try to compete, even when they've been in a tough financial spot here over the last few years. They're continuing to spend money. They're continuing to add. I guess Cease isn't really spending money. They're just giving away prospect capital. But yeah, that's a big move, and it brings in a pretty good pitcher into the National League for sure.
Matt Pauley, we appreciate it as always. I know you've got family stuff to do today, so we're going to let you do that. I refuse to let your daughter upstage my birthday, though. So
it's my daughter's 5th birthday today. Got some frozen cupcakes for her this morning. Took her to her school, so she's gonna get home from school here in just a little while.
When Dad says be quiet, don't listen to him.
Okay.
Yeah. She doesn't have to listen to Dad today. All right.
Yeah, she doesn't anyway. So
all right,
that's
buddy.
nothing new. Yep.
Thanks for hanging out.
No problem. Thank you. Happy birthday.
Yeah, thanks, dog. It's Matt Pauley. He is our sports fella. He is with us on KMOX. It is Amy Marks-Kors and Chris Ranji. Do we have to get to a break? We have to get to a break for some reason. We're doing it now on KMOX.
Ad paid for by 24/7 Holdings, LLC. Attention business owners. Are you tired of those hefty credit card fees cutting into your profits? Well, we've got some exciting news for you. Thanks to the Dodd-Frank Act, there's now a game-changing solution to save you at least 95% on your processing expenses, guaranteed. Imagine processing unlimited transactions for as low as $49 a month. Our patented software gives your customers 2 price points based on how they pay, full or credit card price. It's that simple. And here's the best part. You can enjoy 24/7 support, next-day funding, a virtual terminal, online gateway, and ACH processing. Our patented solution is available in all 50 states, making it the go-to choice for thousands of businesses looking to eliminate processing fees for good. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, call 800-341-1609 now. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to save 95% on processing fees guaranteed. Call 800-341-1609 and make the change today. That's 800-341-1609. Again, 800-341-1609.
What if there is a murderer walking among us? Follow the clues. Solve the mystery.
This village really is a place where murder is easy.
Agatha Christie's Murder is Easy, a brand new BritBox original series, is streaming now, adding to the largest collection of Agatha Christie, including Miss Marple, Poirot, Why Didn't They Ask Evans, and more.
The whole collection, it is magnificent.
Stream the best of British TV, only on BritBox. Start a free trial at BritBox.com.
She posted about us just now.
Celebrities can't get enough of Biana's bespoke skincare line.
She has 147 million followers. How do we monetize?
She needs a social media associate to help her with the hype.
We should repost this. Do we need a hashtag?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Feel like everything's clouded by doubt? Visit CaliforniaPsychics.com. Our psychics are available to talk 24/7, and we guarantee if it's not life-changing, it's free. Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
Her words weren't written under peaceful shade, but under fear for her life.
I don't think of all the misery, but of the beauty that still remains.
The words of Anne Frank continue to fill us with hope. Hope. Pass it on from PassItOn.com. As an educator, Mr. Nelson's teachings are still being quoted in schools.
Education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world.
Mr. Nelson taught hope
Everyone can rise above their circumstances if they are dedicated and passionate.
and giving our best efforts.
It's always impossible until it's done.
Mr. Nelson Mandela's teachings not only united a nation, they inspire us today. Inspiration. Pass it on from PassItOn.com.
One of the things that surprises people after they retire is how much they still owe in taxes. That's usually because no one showed them potential ways to create tax-free income. Well, the good news is it's not too late. Steve All and his team at the All Financial Group will show you some strategies that can help you lower your tax obligations both now and in the future. Join the All Financial Group for an exclusive educational workshop focusing on taxes in retirement on March 26th or 27th at the Twisted Tree. These events are complimentary, but you must qualify to attend and RSVP 636-230-8824. That's 636-230-8824. Or visit yourmoneymattersstl.com. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth LLC, a registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice.
It's wonderful. It's incredible.
It's the Chris and Amy Show on KMOX.
Thank you for the rest of my life. I'm not sure you realize just how much you ease my worry mind. And I really want to thank you for being yourself.
I like Mighty Pines. They're good. We need what's Neil Salsic doing right now? He needs to
Might
hang
be
out
listening.
with us. Well, he probably is.
Send us a text, Neil.
Yeah.
We
let
love
us know.
Neil Salsic and the Mighty Pines.
314-436-7900. Like this text message from our buddy Big Blonde Dan. He says, Chris, while birthdays are merely symbolic of how another year's gone by and how little we've grown, no matter how desperate we are, that someday a better self will emerge. With each flicker of the candles on the cake, we know it's not to be.
Raj,
that for the rest of us, our
wait.
sad, wretched, pathetic lives, this is who we are to the bitter end, inevitably, irrevocably. But it is your birthday, so happy birthday to you.
And Raj, we've actually got an important call.
Oh, we do?
have to take right now.
Oh.
All right.
Chris and Amy show on KMOX
What
in
is
St.
going
Louis. And usually when we do these little crossovers, we're doing sort of trash talk about some sports teams, but we're not in this case. We're just saying happy birthday, Chris Ranji.
Bernstein, what the hell is going on?
Hey, Chris.
What? Grody?
Yeah.
What is going on here?
Happy birthday.
Okay, so, all right, St. Louis people, Dan Bernstein and Mark Grody with 670 The Score in Chicago, the Odyssey sister station that I sometimes do work for. Why are you here? What is going on?
How old are you today?
I don't think you want to know. I'm 47.
Okay, that's what I had you at.
You did not have me at that.
I did. Didn't I, Dan?
I think you did. You said 46, I think.
Maybe
you
I said 46.
You're close enough.
I know that you're close to me, but like at least 4 or 5 years younger.
I feel like we're catching up. I feel like I'm catching up to the two of you. What is going on in Chicago today? Are you talking about
more
Justin
quarterback
Fields?
intrigue and whether Justin Fields and Dylan Cease got traded, and the Bulls had an exciting win, and Kobe White might be hurt, and I don't know. You know how it is.
Well, it's a 314 day, St. Louis Day, so I thought, what better than to get some Chicago updates on St. Louis
Yeah.
Day. It also happens to be Chris
So
Ron's
listen,
birthday.
it is 314 days, so you guys you can't be mean to St. Louis.
Yeah,
Does that mean like smoking weed or something? 314? Is that
No,
what
it's
that
the
is?
area
No, it's a
Oh,
area
it's the area code. I thought that was like a signal to smoke some weed. Okay.
No, that's
Amy, I have
correct.
a question for you.
Sure.
May I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
Chris turned 47 today, as
Mhm.
I had predicted. Has he lost a step?
He has, and it's a little sad to watch,
Yeah.
honestly, because I've known him for a few years. But I think if he gets his coffee, you catch him early, he's pretty good. Yeah, but he's lost a step. It's hard to tell though because he's always been a little, behind. I don't know.
Okay.
He wasn't great at multiplication facts. Did you guys know that?
No.
He's really bad. He couldn't go out and do free like gym time or recess.
Recess. I
because
missed
he
recess
couldn't-
one time because I was really behind on the times tables test in 3rd grade.
I think that tracks. Ultimately, I'm not. That doesn't surprise me. What are you planning to do to celebrate 47 years? What does one do on a Thursday night in the bustling metropolis of St. Louis?
Because you're really into your birthday, Chris. We know that. You're
am?
very self-important that way.
No, I'm not. I probably won't do much of anything today. This weekend, though, it's St. Patrick's Day. I love St.
yeah.
Patrick's Day. We have a huge parade down here, so I'm either going to be at that parade or I might come up and hang out with you guys. I have no idea
sick.
yet. I haven't even decided. That's what I'll do for
fantastic.
47.
Did you hear that the White Sox traded Dylan Cease?
We
Raji?
did. We heard about that.
Yeah.
How's that going?
I mean, as expected, it's sort of like, they traded Dylan Cease because they had to, because they have to rebuild this team. So here we are, Chris. It's another rebuild for the White Sox.
Yeah. Is that I have to be honest. I know, his time in Chicago, Bears fan, White Sox, he's pretty much crabby all of the time. And I thought it was because he was from Granite City, but I also think it has a lot to do with the Bears. He's always very curmudgeonly. And so is that just how it is up in Chicago?
No, it's not, Amy.
Okay.
The thing you have to know about Chris is that is a coping mechanism that he uses, because he's a very sweet soul. He really is. That Chris is an optimist and a nice guy
And huggable.
Who really does think the best of people. And unfortunately, with every day that goes by in our cruel world, he has to put up certain defenses to protect himself from all the awful out there. And that's how he does it, by pretending to be grumbling and curmudgeonly when he's really not.
Wow.
See, Bernstein nailed it.
He did.
Dan
I
Bernstein, he gets it.
I thought the self-importance and the constant demand for attention was because he was an only child, and he's used to being the center of attention. You should see him in the newsroom. We have a newsroom right outside our studio. Very important work. He interrupts everybody constantly. He wants to be liked.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
Now we have a newsroom too, just down the hall, in which we are, but we're dissuaded from entering the WBBM newsroom, and we know this because to get in the hallway, to open that door, we have to use our key card to get in there. But it's not reciprocated. They don't have to use a key card to get in here.
They don't think you're as important.
Us out, but they can come through here, and it's just the connotations of that are very, very clear in how they've arranged the technology.
They think they're better than you.
Of course they are.
Yeah. They dress better. They tuck in their shirts down there. It's unbelievable, except for Joe Bartosh. Bartosh he's just a slob like one of us. Old Bartosh. He is. Another thing too, and I don't know if Chris still does this, and I appreciated that's that song. Joan Osborne. Yeah. Joan Osborne. Chris.
Okay. This is going to get a little too inside for people down here, but I have a problem when I hear James Brown. I lose it. Anyway,
No, note that, Amy. Amy, make sure that you noted that and have that, put that into the producer studio and play that, and you will get a reaction out of the Ron show.
All right. No, this is good stuff. This is good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he still doing the?
Okay.
This too. The Laughing Shark. I forgot the name of the movie. What is it?
Oh, I thought that was
Strange
Goofy.
Wilderness.
No, I always
from
thought this was
Strange
Goofy.
Wilderness. No, it's the sand tiger shark from Strange Wilderness.
Don't know it.
Everyone in St.
I was
Louis
like,
is
what is
wondering
going on?
what is
Yeah.
going on. Yeah. I think this is good for people, to see a side of Ranch
Oh,
that
man.
isn't so, I don't know, condescending and
Okay.
grumpy. But does he, when you guys are, when you would have conversations, I find that when we're talking, a lot of times the conversation ends with him like, "No, okay, that's enough. Well, okay, that's enough."
Okay. Yeah.
Kind of condescending.
Yeah.
There, I just did it.
Yep, we just heard it right there.
Yeah, did you
So,
hear him?
Amy, please take good care of him for us.
I will. I
And tell him he doesn't have to pop an edible before every single show. That's all.
Is that how you guys work up there?
No.
I bought him a cookie cake.
Aw.
Yeah,
it was
I
nice
wrote
of her.
on it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so happy I got to hear from you two guys today. The last thing I thought I would do is talk to both of you.
See,
And
we just wanted to get you away from your really important, serious talk
news,
radio that you have going on
Talking
there.
to
Yeah.
serious issues of the day.
Yeah.
Have a happy, healthy birthday and many, many more. We're sorry for interrupting your show.
I love you both very, very much. And all of you listening, thank you.
Bye, Chris and Amy.
Thank you.
Oh, gosh. Well, that was something.
Happy
How
birthday,
did you,
Chris.
what did you do that for? How did you get a hold of them?
Oh, I have my ways. I have my ways. And it was very
You're getting a little too close to my other world.
No, all of your worlds. I am now texting with your mom, your
This is-
aunt, and your former show.
Why? So this is why we had to break early last
This is
time.
why we
You
had to break
jerks.
early.
Okay. Well, anyway, that was nice. They're very good. Those guys are great. Mark Grody,
Mm-hmm.
who was one of those two. He is also, like me, not to brag, Illinois State University Broadcast Hall of Famer. No big deal.
Congratulations.
No big deal. I mean, I was in the first class, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First time like ballot, and then you got in.
First ballot.
Yep.
Yeah. Bernstein is fantastic. He's a terrific host. Don't tell him I said that though.
No, I won't. Yeah, because you were all over the place in Chicago. I don't know if people realize what a huge deal
Oh, a big
you
deal.
were in Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah.
White Sox pre and post. You
Yeah.
did play by play for some of the White
Little
Sox
bit.
games.
Yeah.
And then you would jump on. That's a sister Odyssey station.
Yes.
670 The Score.
Yep. And sometimes I still do a little bit of work for them here and there.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've got one next month, actually. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
I wonder, do they know your family in Chicago? The one that you have that you keep from us?
Nah, I can't. No, they don't know. That's not a thing.
That's
Amy insists
Yeah.
that I have a secret family up there.
Yeah. He says he doesn't, but I also feel like there's a couple of kids that would be real sad to hear that.
Are these your children? I don't know who that is. That would be the worst. All right. That was fun. Amy, I love you. You're the best. It's Chris and Amy show on 314 Day on KMOX.
Medicaid keeps me covered. It keeps me covered.
It keeps me covered too.
Illinois is mailing annual Medicaid renewals, which means that you need to make sure you stay covered.
Staying covered with Medicaid means keeping yourself safe.
Keeping your loved ones and your family safe.
Everyone's due date is different.
So go to abe.illinois.gov to check your renewal date and update your address.
And stay covered.
Saturdays are made for soccer. Presented by Michelob Ultra. Superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly.
A huge save!
Catch St. Louis City Soccer anywhere you go on the Odyssey app. Or grab your friends and catch the game at any City on Tap location, bringing City SC fans and beer together.
Hi, my name is Bradley Cornell from St. Louis City. Saturdays are made for soccer.
Brought to you by Together Credit Union, the exclusive banking partner of City SC.
The Doctors of Ophthalmology Associates are pleased to welcome Dr. Samuel Berry to the practice. He joins Doctors Birdie, Malhotra, Brasati, and Royer as the Doctors' Doctors. 314-966-5000 or youridoc.com.
Listen, you've been making those house payments for years, right? And your home's value has never been higher. That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the TrueHold Sell and Stay Leaseback Program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to TrueHold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And TrueHold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. TrueHold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a TrueHold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. TrueHold.com.
I'm Benjamin F. Chavis Jr. with the good news brought to you by BetterHelp. The global social media marketplace continues to experience rapid growth and innovation. The good news is that social media management, with a focus on developing an effective marketing strategy, is increasing in value to some of the most successful companies. Social media managers are now in high demand.
What's the first thing you'll do if you have more time in the day? Nap, read, talk with a friend? Knowing what's important to you is easy to fit it into your schedule. Therapy can help you figure that out. BetterHelp offers affordable online therapy. Start the process in minutes and switch therapists anytime. Visit BetterHelp, HELP.com/good news to get 10% off of your first month. That's the good news. I'm Benjamin F. Chavis Jr. on the USBC Network, brought to you by BetterHelp.
KMOX, KECK HD2, K254CR, St. Louis.
The legendary voice of St. Louis, KMOX. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
When selling your home, you want the most money and the least hassle. That's exactly what you get when you work with trusted realtor Gloria Liu with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. This is Debbie Monterey, and selling your home is one of the biggest financial decisions you will ever make. And that's why having an expert on your side is crucial. Other agents know that some sellers will choose the agent that tells them the highest price they can get for their home, and that can be a dangerous strategy. Most of the time, it ends up being empty promises. Gloria Liu doesn't make empty promises. She makes guarantees in writing. Gloria Liu will guarantee to sell your home at your agreed to price and time frame, or she'll buy it. Guaranteed in writing. So pick up the phone and call Gloria Liu, 314-325-6888, 314-325-6888, or online at gloriahasthebuyers.com. Conditions apply. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date. Gloria Liu, Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty.
Mid-America's most trusted source for news, KMOX.
At 12 noon, we've got clouds and 69 degrees downtown at the Arch. The news is sponsored by Michael's Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts, michaelsflooringoutlet.com. Our top story this hour, those who follow population trends are sounding the alarm as the St. Louis region drops 2 spots on the list of largest metro areas.
St. Louis University demographer Ness Sandoval says the Metro East is moving into permanent demographic winter with more baby boomers dying and dropping fertility rates.
You have to bring more families with children to offset the deaths that are going to happen.
But if you look around, there are lots of apartments under construction, which tends to attract singles, not families. Cities with growing populations tend to have large Latino populations, which St. Louis does not have. Another big concern, says Sandoval, St. Louis County is smaller now than it was in 1990. Debbie Monterey, KMOX News.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, in a speech on the floor of the Senate, says he is anguished about civilian deaths in Gaza since the start of the war. But Schumer also says Hamas shares responsibility for those deaths for using Palestinian civilians as human shields.
It bothers me deeply that most media outlets covering this war and many protesters opposing it have placed the blame for civilian casualties entirely on Israel, all too often in the media and at protests. It is never noted that Hamas has gone to great lengths to make themselves inseparable from the civilian population of Gaza.
The Brookline Greenway receives almost $10 million in funding for a pedestrian cycle bridge that'll help thousands get around more easily.
You're actually going to be able to walk safely from the St. Louis University campus around to the Grand Metro Station. If you're a visitor to the Foundry or the Armory, wow, you're just going to get to go. It's only about 30 yards, but it's an incredible impediment. So you're going to be able to go back and forth with no problem.
Susan Troutman with Great Rivers Greenway says 6440 was a huge impediment, but the overpass to be completed by 2028 will be the nexus for the whole project. The Brookline Greenway is a 14-mile connector that goes north-south from Fairgrounds Park to Tower Grove Park, east-west from the Arch to Forest Park with a loop around City Park. The KMOX Business Desk, a price check.
Another sign of stubborn inflation. Wholesale prices increased at double the forecast rate last month, 0.6% from the month before. The producer price index also rose 1.6% over the previous 12 months, also hotter than forecast. Much of the increase coming from higher food and energy costs, but the rise in wholesale prices topped expectations, even with those factored out. Kimberly Adams, Bloomberg Radio.
Allergy Report is sponsored by Zero Res. Call Zero Res today and get 3 rooms clean starting at $119. Tree count is high. That includes poplar and at moderate levels, birch, elm, juniper, maple, and oak. Low tree levels, mulberry, pine, sweet gum, sycamore, and willow. Grass count and mold count are both low.
We continue to keep an eye on an unsettled sky as a cold front moves our way, but we're ahead of that front much of the afternoon. It's windy and it's warm, 78 for the high. As the front gets closer, it will set us up for periods of showers and thunderstorms, some possibly strong to severe. That window 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. So we'll keep an eye on the sky. Then tonight, periods of showers and thunderstorms, some strong, mainly during the evening. 50 for the low. The winds turn to the northwest late tonight. Friday, clouds giving way to slow clearing. It's chilly Friday, 58 degrees down to 37 on Friday night. I'm meteorologist Dave Murray for the Voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
Cloudy sky at the moment, 69 in Florissant and 68 St. Peter's, 69 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
The Chris and Amy Show, sponsored by Summer at SLU. Find your kids' best summer yet at St. Louis University.
Deep down in Louisiana, close to New Orleans, way back up in the woods among the evergreens, there stood a log cabin made of earth and wood, where lived a country boy named Johnny B. Good, who never ever learned
Well,
to read or write so well.
you know how we do a regular segment called Late to the Party?
Yeah.
I just learned
Oh, no.
90 seconds ago during Michael Calhoun's newscast
Uh-huh.
that poplar is a tree.
So what's funny?
I had no idea. All these years, I'm like, what is the Poplar Street Bridge all about? What is the Poplar Street? What is that?
That's actually
Just found out.
really funny because I, too, picked up on the poplar with the trees and the poplar. And I think, I can't tell if I forgot that was a tree or if I never knew that was a tree. But yes, it's a bridge. It's the Poplar Street Bridge, which as a kid, and I think most St. Louis kids think it is the Popular Street Bridge, which is why there was always traffic on it. Like that's popular.
Well, no wonder it's so crowded.
Yeah,
This
like,
is a
and
very
a Popular
place to
Street
be.
Bridge is backed up. And I'm like, well, obviously it is. It's popular. So yeah, the poplar tree, I guess if you've got some allergies or mold issues, sorry about that.
It's the poplars.
Yeah.
All right. I wanted, since it's 314 Day,
Yeah.
we just talked about all the different things in St. Louis that
Mhm.
you can celebrate, and something that doesn't get talked about that used to be a thing that was always on our minds, and it feels like it's not getting nearly enough attention any longer. It is Laclede's Landing, which is an historic part of town. It is a huge part of town. It's a place I used to go to all the time. And joining us on the Quiver River Electric guest line is Jan Sandwies, who is the president of Laclede's Landing Neighborhood Association, with us now on KMOX. Jan, we appreciate your time. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me. And I know what a poplar tree is.
See, well,
so you knew.
what do you
But
knew
you
it?
made me laugh.
I had no clue. Did you know that, or did you just find out like I did?
Did I? No, I knew that.
Wow.
I had poplar trees.
Okay.
Jan, are
Well-
you from St. Louis?
I am. Well, yeah, except when I went to college. But
Okay.
Yeah.
otherwise, I'm here.
Didn't you think it was the Popular Street Bridge?
No, she knew what the tree was.
Well,
Well, no, let me just cut her some slack. I when I was little, I thought it was Popular Street
Yeah.
Bridge.
Okay.
But then my dad pointed out what trees were poplar trees, and then I made the connection.
I see. I would
But,
have still
you
been
know,
like, those
I
are
was
the
50 then.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I was not.
Are there any poplars down there on the near Laclede's Landing?
I don't think so, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
So what is
I'm not sure. I'll do a walk around after this and let you know.
Well, what is the district like now? I hate the fact that it seems like there aren't a lot of St. Louisans who go down there. I don't hear a lot of people just talking about it like they used to. And it's a place that I spent so much time in. I love it. And as a kid, when I got into early adulthood, I was down there a lot. What is going on in Laclede's Landing these days?
Well, I hate the fact that people aren't coming down here too, but we've made a lot of changes, and we're changing the focus of the Landing. 2.5 years ago, we became a Main Street community, which I don't know if you know what that is, but it's a not-for-profit that helps revitalize historic urban areas. And so they collaborate with our community to figure out an action plan to revitalize our area. So we have a whole new focus to the Landing. And let me see how I can put this. So we want to be a neighborhood. And we don't want to be a place with bars open till 4 a.m, Chris.
Yeah.
You know,
She directed that toward you.
She knew.
Well,
She knew.
he
I
said
spent a
he
lot of
came down here all the time.
I spent a lot of
So-
time at Morgan Street.
Oh, it was my favorite.
Oh.
But a lot of things happened in the Landing, and we lost our parking with the arch renovation. There was a lot of things that happened. So now we're trying to change the perception by turning this. It was the first neighborhood in the city, and we want to bring that neighborhood back. We have residential lots for the first time in 100 years, and there's 120 units that are completed, and they're probably 80% filled. And we have 54 more that are coming on. And so with all the residential that we have, we wanted to have more of a neighborhood feel. We have a lot of new restaurants. We have a new barbecue restaurant. We have, we're hoping, this morning for 314 Day, we had 2 new businesses do a pop-up to introduce themselves to the Landing. And one of them was Brew Tulum, which has delicious coffee.
Yes.
And the other, Brew Tulum?
Yeah, because they were having the dispute on Del Mar, and they were having the dispute
Correct.
about the lead and all kinds of stuff. So
Correct.
Yeah.
And so we're hoping that they're going to relocate here, and we've had several pop-ups with them, and I love their coffee. And then we have another new sandwichy shop called the Cobblestone. We have another restaurant called Second Street Sandwich. And so we have a lot of new restaurants, and we're trying to get lots more that cater more to families, professionals, retirees. And Kimchi Guys, I need to say this. Kimchi Guys also has a special today for 314 Day for $3.14. They have food specials.
Excellent.
Okay, so anyway, we have a lot of family activities, and so we've put in the Catherine Ward Bird Garden thanks to GRG, and that's where we have all of our activities. We have live bands there, and food trucks come. Every Friday we have lunch on the Landing, and that's when we have activities and live music and all kinds of things to attract people. A lot of the arts visitors can come over and be entertained. We have Battlehawks tailgates, and we have the same thing. We have family activities at the tailgates. And then, like in commemoration of Eid's 150th birthday, we're going to have an event here in coordination with Fair St. Louis, where we commemorate James Eads and his engineering feat. And we're going to have activities for kids. they're going to have to build a bridge.
When's that going to be? The Eid celebration?
The Eid celebration is going to be in coordination with Fair St. Louis on the 4th of July.
Oh, this year.
We're
Okay, great.
having an event. We're going to have an event before that, the weekend before, so that all the kids can come on the weekend and prepare for this big contest to build a bridge.
Yeah.
And all the engineers in that area are going to help us run it and fund it. And we're going to build a statue of James Eads. And we're hoping to commission Harry Weber to build that statue. And if you know
great.
who he is.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. Because he's done a lot of statues
I know
around
a
here. Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we like to think.
Except I didn't know what a poplar was.
Right, except for trees. But Jan, I do want to kind of loop back to what you said about Laclede's Landing being different than what maybe people remember in their college years and really becoming a neighborhood. Do you see, like when I picture a riverfront historic neighborhood with shops and coffee shops and restaurants, not just bars, I think of even like an old town St. Charles with the cobblestone streets and the historic brick buildings.
It's just such a nice setting.
It's such a nice setting. It
is
Laclede's
beautiful.
Landing could be something like that. It was like that, but to kind of bring it back as that neighborhood setting.
That's what we're trying to do. And the other thing that we have that nobody else has, besides the Mississippi River, we are right next to the arch.
Mm-hmm.
And all those visitors need a place to come and grab some food, and everybody's used to coming through the landing. And we have cobblestone streets, and we have all the building I'm sitting in right now is 150 years old, and you never see buildings like this anymore. It's just amazing. The walls are 3 feet thick and they're stone, and it's just very cool.
Yeah, Jan,
Go ahead.
as you, I know you've got to get running here, but what do you want people to know about the landing? What's the most important thing as you are trying to revitalize it, and it's such a great part of the city, and maybe people from the outside never go down there. Why should they come down? Why should they care about Laclede's Landing?
Well, I think that they should care about Laclede's Landing because it's part of the history of St. Louis. And it's a really important part. It was the first neighborhood. And I think we owe it to the city to help bring that back. And we've gotten a lot of help from SLDC. They just got us funding for an executive director, which will be very helpful. And Greater STL helps us fund our activities to bring people back down here. And it's clean now, and it's going to be beautiful. We have a Frisbee golf course right on the river. We just have a lot of things that you can't get anyplace else. And I think whatever happens to the landing is going to happen to the whole city, because if we improve this, well, it'll be a place for people to come and visit from all over the country when they come to the Arch. And that's what we want. And it's beautiful and clean now. So that's what I want them to know.
Awesome. Jan Sandweiss, we really appreciate your time today. Again, as I mentioned, I think that we should make that a bigger part of the city again. It should be. It's what a great neighborhood. It could be a fantastic place to live. So thank you for visiting with us today.
Thank you so much.
And we'll talk again ahead of the Eid celebration. We'd like to do that.
Okay, that's great.
Awesome. Jan Sandweiss, president of Laclede's Landing Neighborhood Association, a Main Street organization. And yeah, back in the day, before Ballpark Village was a thing, if you were coming in from out of town for whatever reason, when I was in college, for example, we'd come back from the Missouri Valley Tournament.
Mm-hmm.
That's where everybody went after games. You went to Laclede's Landing. That was the place to be. And while it may not be that again, to have it as a livable neighborhood where people are just there all the time and there are restaurants and, cafes or whatever, that'd be a great thing to turn that into.
Yeah.
Because it's such a cool part of the city.
It's so beautiful. I went running not too long ago, and we were running around downtown to the Arch and then made our way back through Laclede's Landing. And it really does remind you of downtown St. Charles because of the cobblestone streets and the beautiful brick buildings and the historic charm of it all. Laclede's Landing, downtown St. Charles, feels almost like that old European vibe because so much in the United States is new.
Well, settlers.
Yeah.
It
So
was people coming from Europe.
right. And it was something that also was preserved. And I love the history of it. So very, very cool. And apartments and lofts, everything that they're putting down there could and should be thriving.
Well, I'm glad to hear that they are working toward that, and I wish them the best of luck. And I hope that 5 years from now, when we look back at it, we'll be talking about a bustling area and something that was greatly improved from what it had been for 10 to 15 years, maybe a little bit longer than that. That's Amy Markscores. I'm Chris Ranji. We have tickets to give away to see the Blues and the Minnesota Wild on Saturday at Enterprise Center. We're going to be giving those away before the show is over. Your chance to win is coming up, and we'll let you know when it's time to do that. What else? Oh, Kegs and Eggs. April 4th, Amy?
KMOX.com/events. It always sells out. Chris and I will be there, be doing the show, a slightly shorter version of the show because then Tom Ackerman and Kevin Wheeler will stop in for an extended pregame. Always Cardinals dignitaries, former players. Last year, Ozzie Smith stopped by. The DeWitts always stop by. A very cool time. And again, it always sells out. So KMOX.com/events to buy your tickets to Kegs and Eggs.
Sugar Fire Smokehouse will provide food. Budweiser has the beer. We've got Effin' Vodka, Hornitos Tequila. What else? One of the Maker's Mark. So get your tickets, KMOX.com/events. That is the home opener, April 4th. The regular season opener is 2 weeks from today. Cardinals baseball coming up. You can listen to it on the Odyssey app. This is the Chris and Amy Show on KMOX.
Local news and information direct to your smart speaker. Just say, play KMOX.
Ad paid for by 24/7 Holdings, LLC. Attention business owners. Are you tired of those hefty credit card fees cutting into your profits? Well, we've got some exciting news for you. Thanks to the Dodd-Frank Act, there's now a game-changing solution to save you at least 95% on your processing expenses, guaranteed. Imagine processing unlimited transactions for as low as $49 a month. Our patented software gives your customers 2 price points based on how they pay, full or credit card price. It's that simple. And here's the best part. You can enjoy 24/7 support, next-day funding, a virtual terminal, online gateway, and ACH processing. Our patented solution is available in all 50 states, making it the go-to choice for thousands of businesses looking to eliminate processing fees for good. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, call 800-341-1609 now. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to save 95% on processing fees guaranteed. Call 800-341-1609 and make the change today. That's 800-341-1609. Again, 800-341-1609.
Paid for by government.com.
Did you hear? A recent stash of $10 gold Liberty coins from the 1800s has been found. These gorgeous gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck in the late 1800s, and less than 50 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this gold find an incredible opportunity. Call 1-800-456-2466, and you are guaranteed a $10 gold Liberty coin minted by the U.S. Mint in the 1800s. But with extremely limited availability, you must call now. These gold Liberty coins from the 1800s are still in uncirculated condition. That is history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-456-2466. Call now and you'll receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $40 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-456-2466 now to secure your $10 gold Liberty coins dated from the 1800s before they sell out. That's 1-800-456-2466.
The Biz Dash is St. Louis's healthiest happy hour. Combining fitness and fun, it's a perfect team bonding activity for any size business. All levels of runners and walkers are welcome. Join us this spring at City Park, the home of St. Louis City SC. With music, food, drinks, and more, the Biz Dash is the ultimate office party. Thursday, May 9th at City Park in downtown St. Louis. Create your company team today at stlbizdash.com.
Just imagine being walked all over for 36 years. Who would do that? The great customers of Reinhold Flooring, that's who. For over 3.5 decades, Reinhold Flooring has been the mecca for carpet, hardwood, vinyl, laminate, and area rugs. Reinhold Flooring is customer-driven with a focus on top-quality products and installations from the best team in the business. So come on in and walk all over your next flooring at Reinhold Flooring. Visit them at 5429 Telegraph Road in St. Louis or online at reinholdflooring.com.
Hi, I'm Jim Brennan with McKelvey Homes. This may be your last chance to get the new carefree villa home of your dreams at the Preserve in Afton. Our homes offer a lifestyle of convenience and relaxation without the burdens of lawn, landscaping, and snow removal. The Preserve is conveniently located at Watson and Mackenzie Road with sales prices starting in the 480s. We will build to order or select from one of our 7 move-in ready homes at substantial savings and special financing in the 4s. Hurry, these deals won't last. Visit McKelveyHomes.com.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with everything I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of dry AMD called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, colors appear dull or washed out. For others, hazy or blurred vision make it hard to see details, like fine print on price tags. Many have trouble seeing in the dark, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you think you have GA, don't wait. Treatments are available. Ask a retina specialist about FDA-approved treatments for GA and go to GAWon'tWait.com.
Mike Miller hosts the Garden Hotline, Saturday mornings at 8 on the Voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
Hang all the mistletoe, I'm gonna get to know you better this Christmas. And as we trim the tree, how much fun it's gonna be together. Wait for it. This Christmas, fireside.
This is my pick, Donny Hathaway. And this song, you may think, oh, is it a Christmas song? No, it's not.
Well,
it's year-round. That's how good it is.
It will. Most of the Christmas tunes are.
No, that's
Donny
not
Hathaway
true.
from St. Louis.
Yeah. But most of the Christmas songs being good enough to be year-round is not a true statement.
So Joya's came in today.
Joya's did, courtesy of your aunt,
Aunt Laura, she got it done, huh?
Aunt Laura, and your mother, Pam. But I was
Yep.
chatting with Aunt Laura.
Yep.
And now you have no world without me in it.
It's-
Because now I've chatted with your Chicago buddies at the Score 670, and I have your aunt's phone number, and we've been texting. And your Aunt Laura bought Joya's for 27 people, I think. And the boxes arrived, the
Good
bags
Lord.
arrived. It is so delicious. They're
Yeah.
turkey sandwiches, ham sandwiches,
Oh, the
roast
hot
beef,
salami.
the
Let's
hot salami,
go.
the salad. It's delicious. So thank you, Aunt Laura. Thank you, Joya's, because
And Pam, she got in on
the
that.
best. And Pam got in on it.
Yeah. Geez.
Man, this guy, Chris Ranji, is really loved.
It's hard to believe, isn't it?
It's a little hard to believe. But
Yeah.
and I
Even
also-
even you know what? Even Joseph Stalin had people who loved him, right?
Okay. Yeah, I guess he did. Maybe they were just afraid to not love
His
him.
family members?
Well,
You think you think they loved him out of fear?
probably.
I don't know.
Well, anyway, you're no Mussolini. You're no Stalin. We love you.
Thank you.
And I actually do feel bad that when we called, we did a simul broadcast with 670 The Score in Chicago with your buddies,
Mm-hmm.
that I was exclusively mean to you because I actually meant to say a nice thing or two, like, we love him down here in St. Louis. Thank you. Your loss is our gain. But instead I was like, he can't do multiplication and he's crabby and he's behind. And I think I panicked. I think
You
I
did
was
panic.
nervous because of the coordination of making sure we could connect.
That was a
the
really
two
cool thing
studios.
on your part.
Well, thanks. But I feel bad because in my panic, I defaulted to make fun of Ranji. And
Well,
the whole time.
that's
all I did. And so here I am on Chicago airwaves.
That's how I know you love me.
Woof. Well, anyway, I mean, nothing I said was untrue. I just wanted to also be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you did it. Thanks, Amy.
You're welcome.
You're my best friend
Uh-huh.
here
In the studio. Yeah.
in the studio. You're my best friend.
Yeah.
We're
But
still-
now, yeah, thank you to Aunt Laura and Pam, Ranji's mom.
We're going to discuss next segment our Field of 6440
Mhm.
tournament because you all right? Because we're instead of Sandwich Madness this year, we had to follow up Sandwich Madness with something good because it is March Madness time.
And because we had to really dig our way out of the sandwich scandal.
Yes. So
if you're a longtime listener, you know what the Sandwich scandal was.
Yeah. Man, that was a thing.
Yeah.
But the field of 6440 are all the things that make you think of St. Louis. We've got a lot already, and we're still taking submissions throughout the end of the show at 314-436-7900. Text them in, or on our Twitter account, you can mention us at Chris Amy KMOX. We've got a good field so far. A lot of teams going to be on the bubble. A lot of these are going to be eliminated. We need some input from you. What do you think? Who should be in the tournament? Let us know.
Or who should not be in the tournament?
Obviously, the Gateway Arch is in.
Yeah.
Gateway Arch is like a number 1 seed. They haven't lost this year.
And
yeah, we're talking about other things, like John Hamm.
Right.
Or the 1904 World's Fair.
Or Washington.
Or saying the word Washington. We
need to hear from you.
All kinds of good stuff coming up. We're going to discuss the field of 6440 when we come back on KMOX.
I'll see the stars come out of the sky. KMOX, celebrating 314 Day with the sounds of St. Louis.
The St. Louis Cardinals are on the air.
Hello again, everybody. Harry Carey from the brand new Busch Memorial Stadium. Here's the pitch. Line drive on in! Into left field! Hit number 3,000! A run is scored! Juicy the last run!
It's St. Louis. Got to be St. Louis.
Happy 314 Day, St. Louis.
This is KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
I have a question regarding air conditioning. What temperature outside does it need to be before you turn, or your spouse or your dad or mom, grandma, grandpa, or whoever is in charge of the thermostat? What temperature outside is your air conditioning turned on? My house, it's when it gets over 70, 72 degrees, the air conditioner is without a question coming on, especially if it's 70 or 72 degrees in the evening when I'm getting ready to go to bed. I need it at 68. That's me. How about if I told you there was a way that if you did call me and I showed you how you can keep your temperature where you want it, where you're comfortable, and maybe not spend any more? If you're interested, then call me. It's Bart Inman, 314-293-2600 or bartinman.com. Plus 0% for 60 months on the brands that we offer you.
It's time to roll. After 5 straight sellout crowds to end last season, Mizzou football is ready to rock again in 2024. Don't miss epic matchups as Auburn, Oklahoma, and Arkansas return to Faurot Field. Lock in your tickets now and join the electric atmosphere with 62,000 of your closest Tiger friends. Call 1-800-CAT-PAWS or visit mutigers.com/tickets to secure yours today. Welcome to the jungle, MIZ.
Genesis of St. Charles wants you in a new Genesis. Just for owning a Nissan, Hyundai, or a Highline vehicle, you could get up to $2,000 in incentives on a GV70 or a GV80. You don't even have to trade that vehicle in. If you're military or first responder, they can add on to that incentive. So check out genesisofstcharles.com for a full listing of qualifying vehicles. Genesis of St. Charles, just days away from opening their brand new showroom. There are so many ways to get behind the vehicle of your dreams at genesisofstcharles.com.
At 12:30, cloudy and 69 degrees downtown at the Arch. A trend is being called alarming.
Once again last year, there was a huge increase in the number of books targeted for censorship at U.S. public schools and libraries. Emily Drabinski is president of the American Library Association.
We saw a large increase, particularly in the public library sector, where challenges were up by 60%. This doesn't mean, however, that challenges are abating in school libraries. Those challenges were up by 11%.
Drabinski says most of the targeted books have multicultural or LGBTQ themes. She calls the book censoring trend, quote, alarming. Jim Krasula, CBS News.
A major snowstorm is pummeling Colorado. Some parts of the Denver area could see roughly 2 feet of snow through Friday. Thousands have lost power. Officials have closed schools and highways. CBS's Dave Malkoff has more from just outside Denver in Golden, Colorado.
This is a lot of snow to dump on one community at once. We haven't had a snowfall like this year, or if you go back to 2021, that's the only time that we've had a big snowfall like this in Denver. It's 22 degrees or so, but it feels like it's much colder than that because of the wind chill that we're feeling.
We've got another batch of storms possible this afternoon with a high of 78 degrees today. Periods of rain and storms overnight, low 50. Tomorrow, slow clearing, almost chilly though, the high temperature 59. At the moment, we're up to 70 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Now, a Cardinals spring training report. Sponsored by Wilkie Window and Door, Norm's Bargain Barn, and St. Louis Composting. On your home of the St. Louis Cardinals, KMOX.
Here at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium in Jupiter, it's the Cardinals and the Mets today. Mike Claiborne and I have the call on Cardinals.com. We are actually underway right now with the Cardinals taking on this Mets team, and Lance Lynn is on the mound. It's Brendan Donovan making an appearance in the outfield today. He is playing in left. Paul Goldschmidt, the first baseman, batting second. Brandon Crawford's in the lineup. He's the shortstop. Arenado and Contreras, the 4 and 5 hitters, with Carpenter as the DH today, batting sixth. Dylan Carlson in center field, Michael Ciani in right field, and Jose Fermin is the second baseman. The piece of news today that was a bit of a downer is that Tommy Edman is not going to start the season on the roster. He will miss opening day and beyond, still dealing with inflammation in his wrist. But Sonny Gray threw another side session today, and the Cardinals seem very encouraged about their ace pitcher. I'm Tom Ackerman in Jupiter for KMOX.
Let's talk garage doors. Your garage door. Is it too loud or letting cold or hot air in around the frame? Overhead Door Company of St. Louis will make it all better. In March only, they will perform their full 26-task garage door tune-up for just $79 and just in March. That's just $79 for up to 3 garage doors and openers. You need this done once a year, so why not now? And for just $79. Schedule now at overheaddoorsstlouis.com.
When you want a brand new kitchen, there's nothing to it. There's a brand new way to do it. 3-day kitchen and bath.
I had heard about 3-day kitchen and bath. I kind of always dismissed it thinking, well, nobody can do that in 3 days. I wanted somebody who was going to come when they said they would come and, do what they said they were going to do. What I liked best was having it done in, less than a week, the whole thing from top to bottom. Nobody could believe that I really had it done that fast. They absolutely held up to every single thing that they agreed to. I especially loved the fact that I didn't have to go out all over town. The overall quality was very good. All the workmanship was so excellent. They'll definitely do exactly what they say they're going to do. There's no surprises, no added costs later. They stay until everything's exactly the way you want it, and you're done.
Thanks, Lori. Check us out online at 3daykitchen.com.
At 3-day kitchen and bath.
Broadcasting from the Underlaw Injury Lawyers, GetJim.com studios.
KMOX.
Dive into all things Cardinals on Cardinals Conversations, your go-to location for exclusive content from KMOX. Catch it on the Odyssey app or your favorite podcast platform. Stay connected with your team. Cardinals Conversations, where the Redbird talk never stops.
I said it's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot, I want to take my clothes.
Happy 314 day. Happy birthday, Chris Ranji. And I have breaking news. I do not have Ranji's aunt's phone number.
Okay, well, you got my mother's.
I
It's
have
even worse.
Ranji's mom's phone number.
This is worse. This is so
I
bad.
thought so. There was a little miscommunication, and I know Ranji's aunt and mom, but then when I was given the number, I thought that was his aunt's number, but it was his mom's number. And so, Pam, you and I are officially now best friends, and I am so excited. I am best friends with Ranji's mom, and now I've got her phone number. Now we're friends, and you can't stop us from texting.
Oh, come on, man!
Is that weird knowing your mom and I are texting?
I said I was going to be positive today, and you're ruining it.
Is it weird?
I hate it. I hate everything about it.
Pam, I'm so excited.
Okay, that's enough.
I'm so excited.
That's absolutely
This
enough.
is like a new. I think the show will even sound different from now.
You know what's going to make me feel better is if we move on to hockey.
Okay.
We're going to give away tickets to see the Blues and the Minnesota Wild right now. Caller number. I know.
What about 14?
8.
Oh.
Because 8.
8.
3 + 1 + 4 is 8. 314, it equals 8. So caller number 8 to our contest line will see the Blues and the Wild on Saturday. The number is 314-955-1120. 314-955-1120. Best of luck. We're also going to give away tickets tomorrow on Friday. So we've been doing it all week, and good luck to you. Hope you get to go see the Blues. All right, let's talk the tournament.
Yep.
Let's do it, Amy. Are you ready? I am excited.
We are now trying to determine the field of 64-40.
Yes.
For our tournament of the most St. Louis-y things.
Yes, things that you identify with St. Louis. Now, we're not introducing the field right now, but we're talking about those items, those things, those places, those phrases, whatever it is that you identify with St. Louis or being a St. Louisan. We've had a number of submissions.
Wow, yeah.
We're going to reveal what the tournament field is on Tuesday of next week. When I come back, we're going to do that on Tuesday. But in the meantime, we need to talk about some of these possibilities. Now, Amy, we've had a number of people who have texted in and said KMOX has to be a number 1 seed. And I got to tell you, I think it will be. We're not tooting our own horn here.
No, it's not self-serving.
It isn't.
It sounds like it could be like, wait a minute. Isn't it self-serving that
No.
KMOX is picking itself? But it's really not.
No, I think this is going to be, look, we don't know for sure, but we're pretty positive that KMOX doesn't lose. They are undefeated in 2024. So,
well, I mean, we are the voice of St. Louis.
Voice of St.
So
Louis.
how could we be the voice of St. Louis and not be on the list?
and you know what next year is?
Our 100th anniversary.
That's right. KMOX will be 100 years old next year. Isn't that cool?
Crazy. 1925, Christmas Eve.
So we've had a number of submissions. We've had KMOX, obviously a lot of listeners. Anheuser-Busch is a possibility of making the tournament. Tornado warnings, pretty apropos today.
Yep.
We had those in the St. Louis area. St. Louis style pizza.
Okay, a little bit of a dilemma here and a debate. Do we say St. Louis style pizza
Or just emos.
or just emos, or do we have both? I feel like my vote is emos. It's the way Kleenex.
But then there's Cecil Whitaker's,
I know,
and there are
I
other
know,
restaurants
but
that have St.
I
Louis
don't-
style pizza.
But listen, when you talk about tissues, everyone goes, hey, hand me a Kleenex. Because Kleenex is so synonymous with tissues. And I think emos is so synonymous with St. Louis style pizza that we should probably just say emos.
Yeah, I don't know. We need to think about this. We'll send it over to the committee over the weekend, and the committee will make the decision.
Yeah. Although
of-
you have it on the list as the singular emo.
I don't know why it's like that. The word "ope,"
Yeah.
which is a thing you do when you mess up.
Or when I run into someone or I hit something. Oh,
Obviously, the phrase "Where did you go to high school?"
yeah.
has been submitted.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling that is going to make it into the field of 64-40. What do you think about the giant Schnucks cart?
Oh my gosh. I am, a couple of years ago, I thought I had the opportunity to ride in the giant Schnucks cart in the St. Patrick's Day Parade. I believe I might have been told I had that ability, but then as it turned out, it is a legal liability and I was not allowed to ride in the giant Schnucks cart.
Yeah, you can't have that.
But how amazing is that giant Schnucks cart? It's been around forever.
It's so great. Certainly the Cardinals, the Blues, City SC. I imagine they will all make it into the field of 64-40.
What about poorly timed traffic lights?
Poorly timed traffic lights. If I was the only person on the selection committee, that's a number 2 seed.
Yeah,
Because I think about it every time somebody says, how's St. Louis? I say, dude, the traffic signals are awful.
Yeah.
Absolutely awful.
And then there's some people like Joe Buck,
Yep.
Chuck Berry,
Jack Buck,
John Goodman,
Tina Turner.
John Hamm. I don't think John Goodman's going to make it into the 64.
How could you say that?
Do you want to hear something? I heard him on another show. And they were saying, did you know you're the voice of the airport in the city of St. Louis?
Yeah.
And he goes, am I? And they said, yes, you are. He goes, oh, I don't know. I haven't been there. Kind of hurt my feelings.
Oh, was that when he was on this station?
No, he was on a different station.
Oh, because wasn't he on this station when he got surprised because he thought it was a different day and he was crabby?
Yeah, he was a little crabby. No, I think crabby is a little bit his personality all the time. But he was on a national NPR show.
Okay.
And so they said, you're the voice of Lambert St. Louis Airport. And he
probably doesn't remember all the
seemed
things.
to have no clue.
You can't remove. Look,
how many airports are you the voice of?
but he's very St. Louis, even if he doesn't. I don't know how he feels about the area. Maybe he doesn't claim it any longer.
I know, because I think he kind of claims being New Orleans now.
Which is fine, but he's from here.
Wow.
And then he had a prolific acting career. I don't know, man. It'd be really tough to leave him out of the tournament.
Well,
Famous Bar. The old store, Famous Bar that I loved.
And I kind of feel like Famous Bar, the onion soup, and everybody went downtown like years ago, decades ago. People would go downtown to the Famous Bar and look at the window displays around Christmas.
That's right.
Back when going to the department store was an event.
A text message is offering up the Admiral, which used to. Is it still on the riverfront or no?
I think
Yeah, no, it is.
down.
No,
it's gone.
It's gone? Okay.
Yeah, it's completely gone.
That silver, whatever that thing was.
Bullet-looking thing.
I loved that thing.
Not positive, but just so people know, yes, violent crime is on the list. Okay.
Yeah, it's on the list.
It's on the list.
We have a submission for the Magic House.
That's a great one.
Which is a great one. And this one, which I cannot believe you and I did not think of this one.
Okay.
The word Hoosier.
Yes.
Using the word Hoosier wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We are the only people who do that. Nobody else in the country uses the word Hoosier the way we use it.
Yeah. No, for sure. Also, it's on the list as Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. Nobody calls it that. It's Riverport. It would have to
we
go
could
on
change
the
it to
list
that.
as Riverport.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes a ton of sense.
I also I added to the list tribute bands. Boy, do we love a tribute band.
Yeah, I guess we
do. I
do.
mean, think of El Monstero,
Yeah,
Celebration
yeah.
Day, Street Fighting Band. We are Tribute Band Central.
What's that other one? There's one that can't think of it. Gosh, what is the name of that
Who
band?
is it?
I don't know.
Celebration Day is Led Zeppelin. El Monstero's Pink Floyd. Street Fighting
There was one
Band
they
is
did
Rolling Stones.
About 4 or 5 years ago. They did a Prince tribute show
Oh,
at
yeah.
Ballpark Village I went to, and I cannot remember the name, but
There's
they're a
an-
fairly well-known tribute band.
Elton John Tribute Dogs of Society.
Okay. All right, here's one,
Okay.
which I think this is a long shot. This one's on the bubble, though.
Okay.
The weeds on top of the Millennium Hotel.
Love it. That would be a number one seed for me.
I mean, I can't stop thinking about those weeds. I think about them all the time. Every time I watch a Cardinals game,
Yeah.
or I'm at a Cardinals game and
Yeah.
I'm sitting,
Your eye.
if I'm sitting anywhere but deep right field, where I can look up and see the Millennium Tower there, all I'm doing is looking for those weeds.
Yeah.
We got a nomination on the voicemail line.
Okay.
The planetarium.
Oh, the
Oh, that's a great
planetarium.
one.
Yeah.
You know, if I had planned ahead, I would have climbed atop the Millennium Hotel and cut you a bouquet of weeds from the top of the hotel.
Amy, if you had somehow tracked down the people who own it, and I think the company's in Japan or something,
Right, not
which is
easy.
why it's derelict.
Yeah.
If you were able to track them down and say, look, I just need somebody to go up there and cut a few of those weeds for me.
Yeah.
Do you know that would have been arguably the best gift I've ever gotten? And I think a lot about the Nintendo that I got when I was a kid for
Right,
Christmas would have been better. You would have had the thought that would have gone into having somebody go cut those weeds and bring them to me.
He does,
Oh
ladies
my
and gentlemen.
God.
This is not a bit.
I think about those
He
weeds
really
a
does
lot.
think about the weeds all the time. It just comes up.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Transportation Museum has been submitted to us.
That's a great one. We have, I think we've said some of these, but just so you know, if you missed the first part of the show, Becky, Queen of Carpet,
Yes.
saying Muscacholi.
Oh my God. That one drives me crazy.
Muscacholi.
Instead of Mostacholi,
Yep.
it is pronounced Mostacholi because there's a T in it.
Mustacholi. That
Yeah.
sounds wrong. And also saying Warsh.
Yes, saying Warsh. The Checker Dome is a potential. I think it's going to get in. Probably, maybe I don't know, 12 or 13 seed. I think that could definitely happen. Here's one.
Yep.
Bart Inman.
Oh. Call me Bart. Inman.
Another submission, and I love this one. Brown and Brown.
Brown and Brown's a great one.
And Brown and Crouppen. You know my law firm.
Yeah.
No, what is it?
Brown and Cruppen's a great one. Did we put... Oh, yeah. Goedeker Superstore.
Yeah. Goedeker
Goedeker
Superstore.
The
with
highest technology
at the lowest price.
Turn it on. Open
Yep.
every day but Sunday, which is the Lord's Day.
Is that true?
Yep. Also, Slyman Brothers.
Slyman Brothers.
Expired tags on your car.
Also, here's one. I think we're going to skip this one, but just so you know, we will be having a 618 day. We'll celebrate it. But
on June 18th.
A submission from Collinsville, the Brooks ketchup bottle, which I love. And I used to make my parents drive by it on the way to St. Clair Square. Just so I could look at the giant ketchup bottle. But that's more of
Illinois.
Well, we're going to celebrate the Brooks ketchup bottle on 618 day.
Well, and that's when we would put Cahokia Mounds in there.
Cahokia Mounds, exactly.
Because you could argue Cahokia Mounds is St. Louis, but technically it's a 618.
That's right. But also a submission that I am putting in are mounds, because there used to be giant mounds on this side of the river as well. That's why St. Louis is called Mound City.
What about Donnybrook?
Donnybrook with Charlie.
Donnybrook with Charlie Brennan, Mr. St. Louis.
Oh, that's a great one.
I also like the submission, the Brentwood Promenade parking lot.
Oh, dude.
That thing is the seventh circle
crap.
of hell.
Holy
Yeah,
crap.
Dante himself thought it was a little heavy-handed.
And if you have $50, you can buy it. The Brentwood Promenade is available. I think it's a little more than $50, but it is for sale.
Buy it and then repave the parking lot and make the spaces ever so slightly bigger.
Lewis and Clark has been submitted to the
forgot
text
about
line
them.
314-436-7900. That's a huge one.
How did we not think of
Of course. Continue with your submissions. We will take them, until it's time to unveil the bracket next week. You can also tweet at us at Chris Amy KMOX. But our Field of 6440 tournament, the bracket will be unveiled next week. So we're looking forward to that tournament.
We are. And speaking of 314 Day and STL Day, STL FenceWorks, that's what you need to do. If you've got your phone, which you do, or your laptop, your desktop, stlfenceworks.com. That's where you need to go to finally get that backyard project done and to make your backyard dreams a reality. And STL FenceWorks now is run by Sean Timothy Long. It's in the name, STL, Sean Timothy Long. He runs the company, and he has been in the family, since 1971, when his parents, Russ and Carolyn Long, opened the company. So what is more STL, more St. Louis, than STL FenceWorks, which has been locally owned and operated and family owned and operated for over 50 years. And they say at STL FenceWorks, your satisfaction is their passion. And that means, there's so many different levels to the word satisfaction. It means getting a fence or a deck that not only meets your needs, but exceeds your expectations. It means that you have a team working on your project that cares about it as much as you do. And it means having confidence in the quality of your new fence or deck, knowing that it was built with the very best materials and workmanship, which are backed up by a lifetime warranty that surpasses anything else in the industry. Visit them today at stlfenceworks.com.
Listen, you've been making those house payments for years, right? And your home's value has never been higher. That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the Truehold Sell and Stay Leaseback Program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to Truehold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And Truehold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. Truehold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a Truehold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. Truehold.com.
KMOX's Kegs and Eggs, presented by Budweiser, returns to 7th Street in downtown St. Louis before the home opener Thursday, April 4th. Tickets on sale now and include drinks from the Budweiser family of products, food from Sugar Fire, specialty drinks from the likes of Maker's Mark and Hornitos. Celebrate this unofficial St. Louis holiday with Overhead Door of St. Louis, Victory Men's Health, and Gateway Metro Federal Credit Union, helping people realize their financial potential. Tickets available now at KMOX.com/events.
Get a pen. You'll want to take this number down. Okay, you have health insurance, or you don't have health insurance, but you want health insurance at a reasonable price, right? Well, you won't find it with Obamacare, where you can only sign up once a year with their high deductibles and limited networks. You need to talk to an expert. Kim Kiefer at H&L Agency can help. If you pay for your own health insurance, or your employment coverage is unaffordable, or if you have few employees, you could be saving 30 to 60% if you qualify. Couples under 65 are saving $500 to $1,000 a month with better coverage. Go to hnlagency.org and get a quote today. We all need quality health insurance at an affordable price. Call Kim Kiefer at 800-975-2841. That's 800-975-2841. Or go to hnlagency.org. And it's spelled out, that's HANDL agency.org. A quality plan managed by you and not the government. Call 800-975-2841.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-403-5569 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-403-5569. That's 800-403-5569. What do you have to lose? Call 800-403-5569. Again, 800-403-5569.
It's Tom Ackerman for Ophthalmology Associates, the doctor's doctors, 314-966-5000 or online at youridoc.com.
Illinois is mailing annual Medicaid renewals, which means that you need to make sure you stay covered.
Medicaid keeps me covered.
It keeps me covered too.
Staying covered with Medicaid means keeping yourself safe.
Keeping your loved ones and your family safe.
Everyone's due date is different.
So go to abe.illinois.gov to check your renewal date and update your address.
And stay covered.
You know that new sound you're looking for? Well, listen to this.
The Chris and Amy Show on KMOX.
I keep forgetting things will never be the same again. I keep forgetting.
Michael McDonald, baby. St. Louis.
St. Louis, bro.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Remember when we were talking to Mr. Gary from Them Yo People?
Yeah.
Did we put the Walk of Fame? The Delmar St. Louis Walk of Fame
Delmar,
on the list?
on the field of 64?
Yeah.
Delmar, well, let's put it on there right now. Delmar Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
He's on there. He is a U City High Hall of Famer. Gary Boyd, Mr. Gary from Them Yo People.
Yeah.
He was in studio today. He's awesome.
He is really good. I'm not going to lie, because we have been negative in the past, because there's a lot to be negative about. Okay, fine. However, talking to Mr. Gary, my spirits were lifted. Like, I actually felt encouraged, and I'm like, this is why this city is so great.
Do you know why? Because there are people, even though it seems
people.
like it
Yeah.
sometimes, there are people who really, really care about this area and want things to go well for the city. And in a lot of ways want to do something to help instead of just saying, I want us to be better, and not really doing anything about it.
And that's why, like, talking to Mr. Gary and then calling Alderwoman of the 10th Ward, Shamim Clark Hubbard, and talking to her and Mr. Gary. And then she came in to give you a hug, literally drove in on her way back to City Hall. She was speaking at a school to say hi. And you're thinking, this is what makes this city so great. And there are so many people who have devoted their lives, dedicated their lives to advocating for and lifting up the city of St. Louis. And so I just feel really, it makes you feel happy. It makes you feel hopeful.
Yeah, and I agree with you. And I do want this city. I think all of us want it to be better. I guess we all collectively just need to be committed to doing the work. You know,
And you have moments of like, that was the potential, right? Remember the Blues championship parade? That was also the potential. You know, look how awesome we are.
Yeah.
Look at all of us coming together.
I know, right? And I just remember mocking the idea that we are a baseball town. Just a baseball town? Look at this. Look at this. Look at these folks. But yes, we are a baseball town. We're the home of the Cardinals.
Scott Joplin, St. Louis.
Oh, you know who's happy about this?
John Hancock.
John Hancock. Hey, we love that you celebrated 314 Day with us. We'll be back tomorrow at 10 o'clock. The Dave Glover Show is next. Catch everything you missed on the Odyssey app, AUDACY. It's Chris and Amy on KMOX.
What if there is a murderer walking among us? Follow the clues. Solve the mystery.
This village really is a place where murder is easy.
Agatha Christie's Murder is Easy, a brand new BritBox original series, is streaming now, adding to the largest